Guess what? You alright over there, Pepper?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's fine, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it. It's just I'm just like, you're alright over there just before we get going.
Sorry, I got music in the background as well.
No, that's fine. I do it all the time as well, dude.
Are we starting a band?
I mean, maybe.
Thinking about it.
That'd be cool.
Right, okay, are we just about ready to get this going then?
Ready.
Alright, I will add the stream marker and we shall get going then.
Sir.
Oh boy, I am not ready for this one in the slightest. This set is going to be a disaster. God, why did they have to print this one card in here? Like, really? You could say that about a couple of them, but realistically, it's just that stupid Vileplume. Why does that have to exist right now? Oh, regardless. Hey everyone, we are in the Rocket draft now. We're actually drafting new cards this week, so that's fun, right?
Yay.
And yep, hello to everyone in chat as well. Oh man, this set is like, there's some really cool things in here. And then there are two cards which should never have existed, at least not this early in the game. Unfortunately, I feel like this format is going to be a little bit less skill-based overall than what we've seen so far, just because it can often come down to who goes first and who disrupts better. But we'll make the best of it. We may want to do best of threes if the games go too quick this time round, though. I would say that in advance, because some of these games are determined on like turn 1 or 2, even if it's not actually like over at that point. It, you know, like functionally is, because of this stupid Vileplume that's in here. So much hate with that. As far as the actual like games and stuff go, we are missing Kib this week. Unfortunately, he has a wedding to attend to, so that's exciting at the very least. You know, happy for his friend and whatnot there. But unfortunately, that does mean we only have the 5 of us this time round. But that's okay, because the tournament format still works with 5 people in it. So this time out, because Pepper beat me in the finals last week, he is the only one who actually gets the bye this time round. He will be facing... Yep, it's always fun, right? To just get some more time to work out what you want to play and whatnot. Yeah, he'll be playing the winner of Leo and Sai for their first game. And that leaves me and Max to go at it for our game, which will be an interesting one. I think, we played in a fossil round, right? But we didn't play at all last week, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, yeah, kind of looking forward to that. It should be fun. So, pretty much everything else is laid out here. I've already got my packs in the thing on the side. So, we have a few more promos down here as well. These will get added to our overall collection too. There's 8 of them this time, and only 1 of them is a reprint. All of these are at least reasonable. Not all of them are good, but all of them could feasibly see play in one way or another. I have seen lists that even use computer errors, so yeah, even this one is actually something you could play. Otherwise, I think the only ones who need to do a draft are me and Leo. I think Leo might be opening his packs at the moment, so it's basically just down to me. So I'm going to go over the set stuff here. If anyone wants to stay in and listen, as per usual, I'll stay in the thing here, but I will just go over the set like by myself with it, unless you know, we get like maybe one person chiming in at some points of it, but we don't want a cacophony of everyone like talking over each other whilst they're trying to discuss what the set does. So if you want to listen in, my only request is that you mute the mic as you do so, just so you know, we do actually get a coherent talk with it here. But otherwise, I will get to my drafting stuff, and I know at least the rest of you here of Leo aside has already got their drafts available, so if you haven't already got your deck finalized, you can go for that. And yeah, good luck with the games, everyone.
Woo!
Right, so Team Rocket as a set. Oh man, this is Oh, this is quite a thing. So, Team Rocket introduces their own brand of Pokemon here, the Dark Pokemon. So, all of the evolutions in this set have a moniker here. They are different from regular Pokemon by name, so you are actually allowed to have more than 4 total copies of these species in the deck. So you can run, say, 4 regular Charizard and 4 Dark Charizard if you want. I don't know why you would, but you could. It kind of matters with Blastoise a little bit, actually, because this is pretty good, but we'll get into that as we go. Most of this set, the Dark Pokemon trade HP on their regular stuff for extra abilities and or generally stronger attacks than what you would normally see. Not all of them, unfortunately, work that well, but as a good example, we have the Alakazam has only got 60 HP instead of the standard 80, but it can actually do slightly better in terms of attacking stuff. In particular, doesn't apply weakness and resistance, so you can hit those colorless mons that have been plaguing us so much. So that in general is what happens. A couple of Pokemon like the Coughing and the Arbok and the Wheezing even, they have the same amount of HP. I don't know why, but they do. Probably just because it's Team Rocket's Pokemon. But beyond that, unfortunately, most of this set is ruined by like 2 cards, and we've got to go over them at the offset here. Dark Vileplume is a mistake, to say the least. I don't think there's really any other way you can describe this early in the game. Once it's in play, no trainer cards can be played at all. Like, it is both sides that get locked, which is at least nice, but this leads to some extremely one-sided games where we've seen the Psyduck already that can lock the opponent out of trainers during their turn on its attack. You can chain basically that attack into getting this Vileplume in play, and the opponent just never gets to play trainer cards for the entire game. And this format or this like era of the game lacks the capability of like using Pokemon as draw engines and whatnot, so it's very, very difficult to actually establish yourself at that point. And that's really annoying. It tends to combine a lot with the likes of Snorlax from before because it can't get status conditioned. And the reason for that is because the Gloom that it evolves from, if I can find it down the bottom here, is actually stupidly annoying as well. We see a couple of these abilities in this set, but essentially, for each Gloom that you have in play, you can flip a coin once in a turn. If you get heads, the opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. If you flip tails, yours is confused. Snorlax doesn't care about status conditions because of its ability, so it doesn't matter if you flip tails on that. But if you flip heads, this is confusion before you attack. And confusion in this day and age is devastating because it also affects your ability to retreat as well. You still have to pay for the act of trying to retreat, but if you flip tails, you can't retreat and you can only try once in the turn. So the fact that it evolves into a trainer locking thing is disgusting, and I don't know what they were thinking. Straight up, that is just absolutely so dumb. And it kind of makes the cost, if you will, of Muck, like the value of Muck, just be exponentially higher than it was before. It was already good, but now Muck is one of the few ways that you can actually turn off this Vileplume's ability. And so most of the decks in the era were either Vileplume or Muck to try and stop the Vileplume, and it's really not fun. But it gets worse, because that is not the only trainer disruption type thing that we have in here, because we have Rocket Sneak Attack, the other card that should not have existed. We already have Lass, which is like a dual-sided Getsis, right, that both players shuffle all of their trainers back into the deck. Now we have a one-sided disruption tool. You look at the opponent's hand, you take one trainer card from that hand and shuffle it back into the deck. Forceful Sentry, anyone? Like from Yu-Gi-Oh stuff? It doesn't get rid of the Pokemon and the energies and stuff like that, but oh my god, it is so bad, because most of the time, you're only really going to have like one Professor Oak or one Computer Search or something like that in hand. If you can stick the opponent without them having a draw out in their hand, that's basically the same as lassing them without giving up your trainer cards. I don't need to tell you how stupid that is. Like, a one-sided trainer lock is just... Oh, it's not a lock, but like a one-sided trainer disruption thing is just stupid. And a lot of games in this format come down to who can sneak attack the other one first and stop them from drawing. right? You've got to build differently to try and get out of that in this sort of format, and it's not great. And honestly, whoever pulls a lot of these is going to be public enemy number 1, I'll tell you that for a fact. But yeah, it's a bit of a frustrating time, to say the least. There are other good cards in this set, those are just the 2 that really need to get spoken about first. Some of them that don't break the game immediately. Imposter Oak's Revenge is actually fairly well balanced. Those who know any of the later generation stuff might know this as red card actually, but this forces you to discard the card as well. Discard 1 from your hand, shuffle, the opponent shuffles and draws 4 as their handout. So it is quite devastating, but it also comes at a discard cost, and it's a bit difficult to really fit this into a lot of decks most of the but then again, if you Oak Revenge them and then go into Sneak Attack, you can kind of stun them out of most of their draw stuff, right? So this is another very good card if you can fit it. Nightly Garbage Run is a godsend. We should have had this before now, but this is like the one good thing about this format. Choose up to 3 basic Pokemon, evolution cards and or basic energy cards from your discard pile, show them to your opponent, shuffle them back into the deck. You might know this as Super Rod if you've played any of the later generation stuff, because that's what it is. It is free in any combination. I know it doesn't say it like that, but that is the way it goes. So up to 3 cards that you can take back, but this is recovery. The amount of times that we have had to Oak away a Pokemon and not being able to like close out the game because we couldn't keep it around, right? This is recovery for that. Also gets your energy back in the deck too. Also fattens it up a little bit so deck out is less likely. Absolutely amazing card. Definitely happy to see that. And then I guess the other main trainer in here, all of these dark Pokemon actually have their own rotor in here as well. The Boss's Way just searches for an evolution with dark in its name. So every single evolution card in this set can get searched out for no cost as well. It's pretty good. And as we'll see through going through some of these Pokemon, that can help set the rest of your deck up too. So very nice to see. So let's actually go over some of these dark Pokemon here. I guess we'll start with the secret rare. Like, this is supposed to be 1 per box, roughly, like a 1 in 36 to pull. Dark Raichu is adapted from the second Game Boy game, and actually does a fairly good job of like adjusting its randomized part. So it's only got 1 attack, but 70 HP is still respectable. Raichu in this era was just very chunky. I don't know why, but like 70 HP is still good on stage 1, and like, free lightning energy, but remember we've got Recharge Pikachu that can set this up, like, the turn before as well. 30 damage, and then you flip a coin. If you get heads on that first one, you flip a second coin, and depending on the result of that, you either do 20 or 10 damage to all of your opponent's bench Pokemon, for heads and tails respectively. In the Game Boy game, it was 0 to 20 at random, but this is, like, their compromise to make it as a real card. Really cool, actually. Yeah. Oh, this is pre-dark. Oh, yeah, right, because Chunky Chew was the first thing. Yeah, it's fair enough. Alright, Dark Weezing is not especially good at the moment, but it does get kind of funny when Metal Energy comes in at the very least, because that cuts the damage it does to all of your Pokemon down quite a bit too. 20 damage for every Coughing, Wheezing, and Dark Weezing in play. This would be stupid in the mirror match. I've just realized that it would do so much damage to itself in the mirror match. But, like, yeah, if the opponent's got Coughing and Wheezing down for some reason, it does more damage, so that's great. And then it does 20 to all of them. So it's rough at the moment because it doesn't have a lot of HP. The Coughings are only 40 or 50 HP, so not amazing. But when you can reduce that damage with stuff like Metal Energy, this actually becomes kind of playable. So, I don't know, it's a fun rogue deck for later. Stun Gas is fine, but just too expensive at 3 colored energy, like for only 20 damage. But Poison and Paralysis is quite nice, so you know, there is that. We've mentioned the Vileplume already. It does have an attack if you do play grass with it for whatever reason. It's a slightly weaker Pedal Dance. Like, Pedal Dance did 40 for every heads that you flipped. This one only does 30, but I think this one also doesn't auto-confuse. It's like if you get 2 or more heads out of those 3 coins, then it confuses itself. So, you know, if you're really bad at tossing coins, you don't turn off the ability with it, so I guess that's a thing. Slowbro is pretty cool. This is kind of like the Nightly Garbage Run, except it's on a Pokemon. You take basically three Pokemon, whether it's basics and or evolutions, like 3 in combination, from the discard pile, put them back into the hand. So it can't take energy back, but it can give you Pokemon instantly, which is quite nice. Also, its attack is flippy, but 2 Psychic for 40 is better than like anything else so far, right? Like Electabuzz can hit 40, but it doesn't always. I don't know. This is just like raw damage output, right? Which is quite nice. One shot's Mewtwo, which is kind of good. Magneton, I've heard a little bit of tech talk going about. I'm not actually that sold on it, but that's maybe just me here. Its first attack is nothing special, we've seen this already. 20, don't apply weakness resistance. 2 lightning energy, 30 damage, and swap, basically take one of your opponent's energy from the active and move it to one of their bench instead. It does keep energy in play is what I'm not a huge fan of, but against like multi-type decks you might be able to stun them by like moving, say, a lightning energy onto a fighting Pokemon or a psychic or something that can't even use it. So that's cute, I suppose. Again, don't know if it's like super worth playing, but it's not terrible. Machamp is I don't know. 2 fighting for 30 is respectable, but maybe not on the stage 2, like you can do that on a basic. But its second attack is somewhat interesting. If you can manage to get the Goliath 4 energy on this thing, which 70 HP stage 2 by the way, don't know about that. Yeah, just shuffle the opponent's active Pokemon back into their deck. If you can stick like something that is an evolution that's got like a lot of energy on there or something, and you can clip them with this, that could be devastating, right? Like just stopping the opponent from having their best thing out is neat, but I don't know how you're going to get to do that, and you can't win with this because it can't be used if the opponent doesn't have any bench. So, I don't know. I could see it, but I don't think 4 energy is good enough for that. Dark Hypno is kind of interesting, mostly because it kind of plays mind games with challenge when that comes in. Because the opponent is tempted just to fill their bench up, right? But then 2 Psychic and a Colorless, the opponent flips the coins for this. That's kind of important to note. But for every Tails that they get equal to the number of Pokemon on their bench, it does 20 damage, and it doesn't apply weakness and resistance. So once again, this is another Psychic type that can hit through the Colorless mons that we've been seeing already. The other Hypno was already pretty good as a control tool, so depending on what you've got, that could actually be something worth using. Gyarados isn't really worth too much here. Like, Ice Beam is expensive, Magikarp is not a very good Pokemon, obviously, because it dies to a freaking Speedball from Voltorb up here. But it also dies to, like, plus power Thundershock and stuff. It's too well counted. The Gyarados itself, like, I would rather just do 50 with a regular one than 30 and a chance at paralysis. The ability is interesting, but it's also on a coin toss, which kind of ruins it immediately. However, if you manage to flip heads when this thing dies and you are attacking anyway, you could hit some really big counterattack damage here. Probably knock out what killed you. But, yeah, it also applies weakness and resistance, so rip every fire type that goes against this thing and it flips heads. I don't know, it's kind of amusing. But not a very good card, so I wouldn't bother with that one. Dark Golbat is kind of good at the moment. It gets better in Neo Destiny, which is a long time away from now, but the Crobat comes in there. If you've ever played Gen 6, specifically like Phantom Forces, as like when that was legal, you'll kind of recognize this, because Golbat kind of just does this thing. It does 10 damage to one of your opponent. It does not actually apply weakness and resistance. I'm pretty sure that's an errata like thing as well. It wasn't supposed to, mistranslation, there you go. But it just puts 10 damage on one of the opponent's Pokemon, and it can snipe 20 as well, like anywhere if you put 2 grass stuff on it. The weakness to Psychic is a little bit rough, but the Zubats also have 0 retreat like all the time, so it's not too difficult to like pivot with it, and this could be a way of snipping opponents that like retreat a 60 damage Cypher or something, you know? Not a bad card if you can fit space for it. The Dog Trio, if the opponent tries to retreat, not using switch or anything, like an actual retreat, they have to flip a coin and they take 20 damage if they flip tails. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it is only 50 HP, which is a little sucky. The Diglett in here does have 40 instead of 30, and it can snipe for 10 on the bench, so it has some utility in that aspect as well. It can also, if the opponent flips tails, it can also do 40 for 2 energy, so, you know, respectable enough attack as well. But it's mostly for that ability. If the opponent has to try and switch out a lot, this can disincentivize them from even trying. So, you know, that's fun. Dragonite, if we want to talk about that, we've got to talk about the Dragonair first, because honestly the Dragonair is probably more useful, but these two are like the first consistency ability Pokemon that we see in the game here, I think. Because Evolutionary Light just lets you search for an evolution card out of your deck once per turn, so that's obviously amazing. It still retains a fair bit of the Dragonair's stuff here as well, like it's got no weakness, the resistance to Psychic. Attack is nothing special, but it gets the job done occasionally. But the Dragonite, when you evolve into that, gets 2 basic Pokemon from your deck, puts them into the bench. So, yeah, that can obviously synergize with the Dragonair because that lets you bench Pokemon that you have then searched the evolutions for beforehand. Its attack is also, like, massive. You know, 4 colorless energy sounds like a lot until you remember double colorless exists. And, like, yeah, you've got to flip heads, but 70 KOs like everything. So, it's not even a terrible attacker in its own right. It's still got the resistance to fighting too, which is quite nice. Charizard is a meme, as it almost always is, but it's a devastating meme if it actually works. 2 fire energy, flip for each fire that you have on it, discard a fire for every heads and do 50 damage. So it's a flippier, but technically, sometimes at least, it's a cheaper fire spin to go with. You've still got to discard as many energy, but you can actually use this for less, and also maybe have to discard less as well. Nail Flick is terrible, but sometimes that 10 damage actually matters, so I don't know. Kind of funny, not much else. Dark Blastoise is actually really good. This is probably, I think this is the new like highest damage output that we have in the format for the reasonable energy cost anyway. It does 30 for 2, but it also does 20 more for the next 2 water energy that you put on it. So it scales pretty much ideally in every single damage number, right? 30 for 2, 50 for 3, 70 for 4. It doesn't have its own inbuilt acceleration, but that's what the other Blastoise is for. Pokemon Breeder can help out a lot to avoid having to play Dark Wartortle here. Because that's the thing with a Stage 2 Dark Pokemon, they do have to evolve from a Stage 1 Dark Pokemon. You can't evolve Wartortle into Dark Blastoise. Has to be Dark Wartortle. And vice versa, you know, Dark Wartortle can't go into regular Blastoise. Rocket Tackle is also worth noting though, because it does, 40 damage is respectable for a Water Double Colorless. That's the same as what the Wartortle regularly did. It does do some damage to itself, but it can then potentially prevent damage that the opponent would do next turn. So it can force out a lot of, you have to gust of wind around it at that point. But it can do a lot of damage and then maybe not die next turn, which, you know, pretty respectable in its own right. So definitely a strong card. Unlike the Arbok, mostly because it just takes too much energy. Its attacks are actually good, but it takes like 3 grass energy to do. Like, are you serious here? How are you gonna manage that? So 2 grass energy. Leo, are you okay?
Huh?
You're knocking your mic and stuff out there.
Am I not muted?
No, you're not.
Holy cow, my bad. I was scratching my ears, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but just thought I'd check.
I gotta mute.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Sorry, dude. Right, so 2 grass energy, you choose one of your opponent's Pokemon, do 10 damage, and negate their Pokemon power until the end of the opponent's turn. If it was until the end of your next turn, this would have been great, because then you could have used this to negate the Dark Vileplume for a turn, give yourself trainer cards. But it's not, so it's terrible. Its second attack is great if you could do this with like 2 grass energy, or even like a grass double colorless or something. 10 damage to all of the opponent's Pokemon and poison their active. Again, decent attack, but not for that much energy. Absolutely silly. Alakazam is a pretty reasonable card. To talk about that one, probably we need to go over the Kadabra first though, because the Kadabra is actually pretty good in its own right. It's only got 50 HP, but then regular Kadabra's only got 60, so who cares? Once during your turn, you can discard a card to draw a card. It's just a consistency engine. The Abra in this set also has 40 HP, and Psychic right now I don't think has a double colorless to do 20 damage type Pokemon here, so it's actually kind of reasonable to be able to set Kadabra up as a support mon if you want to go that route. So that can filter through some of the trainers that Vileplume's locking you out of, or try and get you into a draw out when you've been sneak attacked or something like that. So not too bad in its own right. It also does 30 without hitting for weakness and resistance, so that's another potential tool against some of the colorless Pokemon here. So that's alright. But the main draw of the Alakazam is Teleport Blast. I believe this is the first instance of a hit and run attack that we have had in the game here. We've had Donphan in like Gen 6 was really good, like the Plasma Freeze one, but this is where it began, and it's difficult to charge up, but 30 damage and switch to the bench, it keeps your energy preserved. It, like, Gust of Wind is not going to be around every single time, so it's kind of fine. And again, 40 is a better number than 30 if you're going against someone like Wigglytuff, but this is a 60 HP stage 2. Wigglytuff's going to one-shot it, so you've got to be careful in that aspect. Then this is another one of those sets where all of the rares are the same as the holos, so that's why we've got like the Alakazam doubled up here. So we'll be probably getting quite a few of at least some of these. So then it mostly comes down to the uncommon stuff. We've got some evolutions in here as well. Vaporeon is just general, it's okay. Like 30 for free energy is the same as what Cypher does. If you need to hit for water weakness, I guess it's fine if you're playing Eevee already. Otherwise, not so much. Dark Rapidash is basically just base set Ponyta, but with more HP and no retreat cost. However, if you discard a fire energy with its 30 damage attack, you can snipe for 10 as well. So that can finish off some stuff too, not to be completely underestimated. Dark Primeape is hilarious, because the Mankey can also do 40 for 2 here. This thing is just insane. If it had more HP, it would be like low-key busted. But yeah, you can actually hit for 40 damage for like 2 energy on the Mankey. But the Primeape does it automatically without a coin toss, but then it confuses itself. No problem. If it actually does any damage whilst it's confused, it does 30 more. This includes to itself though, so it's prone to killing itself if your coin tosses aren't good. But you could do 70 for 2 energy. This has got meme potential written all over it. Like, this is the one card in the Game Boy game, like the second one, that made Imakuni playable. Because you Imakuni to confuse yourself, and then this thing did 70 damage, and it was super funny. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a meme card, but it's one hell of a funny meme. Also could use it with a Gloom actually, because if you confuse yourself, well, who cares? You do more damage now. So I don't know. There's meme potential written all over that. Darkmuck is intriguing. It's actually not as bad as it looks, because it looks pretty bad, right? Like 2 grass, 20 damage, and also poison is deceptive. Like, it's better than it looks. But like, compared to the regular Muck, which just shuts down all abilities, this looks really bad, right? Forcing the opponent to pay more to retreat, who cares? Their best Pokemon's probably active anyway. But you can use this to, like, stick things. Like, literally, because, you know, sticky goo. But it's deceptive in how much damage this does. This is, if the opponent can't switch out, this is 40 damage, or 50 damage, basically. But 40 damage going back into your turn, an extra 10 between turns again because they can't switch out, and then you're suddenly hitting like 70 over 2 turns, which is really good. And sometimes, if you're up against a Pokemon that's only got, say, 40 HP left, they might die going into your turn, so you can hit the next thing out. I've done this with Ivysaur a little bit, actually, with Poison bringing in, you know, Pokemon and then just, like, killing them going into my turn so I hit a new thing. That's what this can do, but it also makes it harder for the opponent to retreat. So if you wanted to go grass with Vileplume, this might actually be the way to do it. Just because then, like, it's really hard for the opponent to get out of that. I don't know. Food for thought. The Machoke is arguably better than the Machamp, even if it takes more energy to use, because both of its attacks force the opponent to switch. The first one does 20, but you get to switch the opponent before you do the damage. And the second one does 30 instead for the same cost, and then the opponent has to choose what they bring in. So it's like Whirlwind, basically. It's fine, but yeah, probably a bit too expensive for what it does. Now, Machop, on the other hand, is quite nice because it's a double colorless energy to do 20 damage. I know we already have the low kick one, but that forces you to play fighting energy. Whereas this one is just, if you're playing double colorless for Cypher or something, you can play this too, and then hit for fighting weakness, which is quite good. Dark Jolteon, the only problem with this card is it's only got 50 HP. But this thing is obnoxious as hell. One lightning energy, 20 damage, and if the opponent tries to attack, it's smokescreen. Like, the same thing as Magmar, except it does more damage. And then Thunder Attack is probably too expensive on a 50 HP Pokemon, but if you've got the time to charge it up, it does 30, it might do 10 to you, but if you flip heads it paralyzes, so it's arguably better than Electabuzz in that sort of way, but it's mostly about the one energy attack, and the fact of the Eevee, the promo one that we have here, can evolve if you evolve something else as well, so you can get multiples of this out really quickly, and start stunning the opponent quite well. Dark Goldup might actually be the best attacker in this whole set. Third Eye is kind of bad, but I mean, hey, sometimes it's going to be what you need to do, like discard an energy and draw 3. Doesn't have to discard a Psychic, so you can discard like colorless energy for this too. But really, it's a water type that hits 50 for Psychic energies, right? It's the same Super Psy as Kadabra's got, but it's on a water type. So you now, all of those like mono Psychic decks that were struggling to beat the Snorlaxes, the Kangaskhans, etc., we have this. And both Psyduck are busted. Remember, we already have the one that for a Psychic Energy prevents the opponent playing Trainers in their next turn. This Psyduck is Kangaskhan, but for a Psychic Energy on something that can evolve and do damage better, you know? Like, this thing is insane! If it wasn't for Headache, this would probably be, like, one of the best cards in the set at the moment. Like, it's just ridiculous. The Flareon, don't sleep on it too much. It's only got 50 HP, but this is a 1 energy rage. Dodrio has to pay 3 energy to do this exact same attack. Like, this only takes 1, so if you don't kill an Eevee outright, this might come back to bite you. It's really good against Cypher as well, actually, because the opponent slashes you and then you rage for like 80 and kill them afterwards. So yeah, it's also quite powerful with a fire here. Like, if you do 2 fire energy, if you flip heads, you've got to discard 1, but then it's 50 damage. Like, 50 for 2 is disgusting, right? Even if it does come with a discard. So yeah, like, very, very high damaging mon. Don't sleep on it too much. You could argue the same for the Charmeleon, but it needs to flip heads in order to do any damage. At least Flareon does 30 if you flip tails, so, you know.
You did say later, sorry, there was a gym that makes this even better.
Yeah, deeper into Neo, it's like the 3rd Neo set, there's a stadium that gives all Dark Pokemon 20 extra HP. So, as in Pokemon with Dark in their name. So all of these Pokemon do get the Stadium card later on that makes them a bit more comparable to normal evolution lines, but that's not for quite a while, so yeah, we've got a few sets to go through first. The other main notables out of here, I haven't even mentioned Rainbow Energy yet. This is the first instance of it coming up. The self-damage is a bit more impactful at this time because our HP totals are lower, but it still lets you play tricolor decks much more easily. It is a rare / holo though, so it might take several bites at this to actually get it. It gets reprinted quite a lot in later sets too. Most notably from like Expedition, I think, has got it, and then the Ruby Sapphire base set has got it again, and it seems to be quite common there. So we might be able to play some of it just now. We might have to wait. We'll just see. Otherwise, we've got Rattata is kind of nice. It lets you switch one of your prizes with the top card of the deck, so this can work with the Dragonite, actually, the promo one that we had before, that lets you draw a card and then put a card on top of your deck from your hand. You then know what your prize card is, right? So that's kind of cool. And what else is good in here? I guess it's worth mentioning, here comes Team Rocket. It's like town map for both players. It makes both of them flip their prizes face up for the rest of the game. So kind of decent knowledge for both players, I guess. There's a couple other colors providing special energy in here as well. Potion Energy heals 10 damage when you attach it, and Full Heal Energy, probably the better one here, is, yeah, as it says, a full heal. Removes all special conditions from the active when you attach it to that. So this is a decent way around some of the ability stuff that we can play into here. Especially that stupid Gloom, but also the Drowsy. Long distance hypnosis. This was on Mana in Gen 5 as well. But yeah, it came in here. If you flip a coin, and if heads, the opponent's asleep. If tails, you're asleep. Oh well. If you really want to try sleep, you can go for the prototype Hypnotoxic Laser up here as well. Literally just titled Sleep. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now asleep. Try this with the base set Haunter for maximum memes. Other than that, yeah, not amazing. Goop Gas Attack is fun. Maybe not the best card out there, but it does shut down like all Pokemon powers until the end of your opponent's next turn. Doesn't obviously do anything against Vileplume, but it might do stuff against the likes of Blastoise or Venusaur or something like that. You might be able to stick them fairly well. And otherwise, that's literally about it in this set. There's some upgrades to some of the other basic Pokemon here. Like I think the Coughing is probably better overall, even though it's got less HP. The Grimer, this is supposed to be defending Pokemon as poison, not asleep. But, you know, it's more damaging at the very least. The Ekans is an upgrade if you ever did want to try and play Arbok for some reason. Because it is just stronger, like more HP, better damage stuff. The Zubat is just better in terms of attacks. And the Magikarp technically is better because it can technically search for an evolution thingy out. But then again, Flail might just be the better thing with Recall. I don't know. Slowpoke can search an energy and like accelerate from the deck to itself, so that's how you would get Dark Slowbro attacking. The Voltorb, it's a lightning energy instead of a colorless now, but it does 20 damage, so there's an upgrade to the Electrode stuff. And the Squirtle has more HP than before, but also is a double colorless attacker for 20 damage. We now, I think with that and the Magnemite doing the same thing here, we have, for every type except Psychic, I believe, we have a Pokemon that can use a double colorless energy to do 20 damage as a basic. So there's a lot of teching that you can do with that now if you're playing DC anyway, to hit for specific weaknesses. So yeah, keep that kind of attack in mind. Sometimes that works out. Otherwise, we got the promo stuff in here as well. These are all new ones too. The Eevee is amazing. Like, if you evolve one of your other Pokemon, then you can also evolve this Eevee by searching a card out the deck. And yeah, as we've had it noted several times, this looks like a Flareon. I believe it's just a coloration that makes it look like Flareon, to be honest. But then again, we've always said that Flareon is just a bigger Eevee, right? So, you know, maybe that's just showing it in a nutshell. This Venusaur is pretty good. It's not as damaging as the previous one, but it does heal at the same time. Very good with plus power, because it rounds up to the nearest 10, so plus power makes this 40 damage 50, and then you heal 30 instead. So, cool with that, but it's mostly about the ability. If you have this thing on the bench, you can just make your active Pokemon healed from any status condition that we have at the moment. So this could be a way that the Venusaur deck would be able to answer stuff like Pollen Stench from the Gloom there. So, not too bad. The Persian's the same as the one in the set, it's really bad. If this thing didn't need a coin toss for its gusting effect, it'd be probably pretty okay, but like, it just does no damage, it's all on coin tosses, it's terrible. Computer Error is a card that exists. I don't know how to quantify this one. Both players can draw up to 5 cards, but then your turn is over after you play this. It's Mega Revolution before its time. I don't know how to quantify this, because the opponent gets first crack at the cards that they've drawn, right? But there are some decks that actually would be able to play this, because they don't really care what the opponent has, right? They just want to draw 5, because they want to keep cards in their hand rather than oaking them away, and just like Blastoise maybe, because you can amass multiple water energy out, right? You're just trying to draw all of your pieces in one hand, and then fling them down next turn in one shot. So, I don't know, I think there are decks that can play it, but I don't think it's like a very good card for most setups. Team Rocket's Meowth is kind of hilarious. This is the oh crap moment when you see this come down. Flip a number of coins equal to the total number of Pokemon in play. This attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. Then it does 10 to itself times the number of tails. But this is Pokemon in play. I guess technically this is the first instance of, say, Empoleon or Jumpluff, like mass attack type thing. attack command. I think nowadays the Suicune V is the most recent one that does this sort of thing, where it can do damage based on the total number of Pokemon in play. 120 damage for one colorless energy, broken, right? But no, usually it's going to kill itself in the process, but you might get some really big damage out of this. And for one energy, like, it kind of... Miraculous Comeback is kind of an accurate way of putting it. This can just bring you back into the game. So, I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's what self-destruct should be. Debatable. And then we get promos of the birds. These, I believe, are these in like the Power of One movie? This seems... I think that actually works out timing-wise, right? This was in 2000, so I think this... yeah, they're the movie ones. So, they all take 3 colored energy to do their attack. Zapdos does 30. If you flip heads, it does 30 to one of your opponent's bench as well. But if you flip tails, it does 30 to itself. So get your defenders ready on this one, because it's going to hit itself a lot. But it could still be pretty good. Moltres does a flat 60, which 60 for 3 colored energy on a basic is not bad at all. I don't think anything else can hit that right now. If you flip heads, you've got to discard 1 fire. If you flip tails, you've got to discard all energy attached to it, which is rough. But keeping in mind that you can actually use the Electrode, potentially, right? To Electrode plus 1 fire attachment, you could get this going in 1 turn, and even if you have to discard the Electrode afterwards, that 60 damage is probably killing something, so it at least trades even. I don't know. Again, there are ways this could work. I think if you want to be a more aggressive fire deck, this could definitely be one. And then lastly, we have the Articuno over here. It only does 20 damage, which is terrible, but if you do flip heads, it paralyzes and spreads 10 to the opponent's bench. So it's like a combination of the 2 attacks from Fossil Articuno, right? Because the Ice Beam paralyzes, and Blizzard, when you flip heads, does 10 to all of the opponent's bench. There's no downside on this one, except the fact if it only does 20 for 3 colored energy. I could see it maybe as attacking Blastoise. I probably wouldn't personally play it, but that is what I could see. So, with that all said, man, there's a lot to talk about in this set, even if realistically, like, 2 of the cards dominate over absolutely everything. Good luck to everyone building the decks and stuff for this one. I need to go and pull my pack, so I am going to be leaving the call for a bit. I will see you when I have my deck set up, Matt. And yeah, best of luck to everyone this time. Yeah, let's see how this set goes. Alright, see you in a bit, guys. Oh boy. Oh boy, this set. Right, I just need a drink first because man, that was a lot to go over. This happened the last time as well when we played the this in TCG 1. It feels like basically every card in this set has the potential to be something which is good. But man, oh man, half of those cards are overshadowed so heavily here. Alright. Let's just get this over with. Let's see what we can do with this. We have 36 packs of Team Rocket here. We are going to need to rotate them every time round, unless I try and do a sign on. Nah, we're just going to have to rotate them. Okay, let's see what we can do. It's a relatively small set, so we should get at least a reasonable amount of the stuff here. Let's go. So first off, Dark Hypno. It's fine. I probably won't be playing it. I don't have a deck build for that, to be honest. I have a feeling I'd be hard-pressed to do that. Dark Alakazam, definitely won't be playing that either. I don't think Alakazam is remotely good in this one. There's our first sneak attack. We're only 3 packs in, and we already have 1. That is good. The decks I've built so far have not played any sneak attack because I wasn't planning on how many I would draw, right? Like, I should hopefully get 2, but yeah, I wasn't going to guarantee that. We do have a couple of Dark Jolteon here is very nice, at the least, so that's cool. Whoa, second sneak attack straight away, huh? Nightly Garbage Run is also super good to get. Yo, 2 sneak attack in the first 5 packs. That is something good. Obviously, the other one we would quote-unquote want is the Vileplume. I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate trying to play Vileplume as well. Like, the match is just so bad. We do have Dark Blastoise here as well. Honestly though, the last time I tried to play it, I only had the 1 Snorlax. Now I have like 6 of them. So I'm pretty sure that this time round I would be able to play a much better Vileplume list. Yeah, Dark Alakazam don't really care. Let's go ahead and pull the next one open. There's our first Vileplume. Okay, so one thing to note, this one says that it's weak to fighting because it's a production error. It is actually weak to fire. If we pull a hollow one, we'll see that it actually has the correct weakness on it. So that is what we would be playing. Okay, Gyarados not worth anything. Nightly Garbage Run is good though. I do play 2 of those in one of the decks I'm planning on considering here, so that is good. Yeah, Gyarados don't really care. There's Lag Spike. Full heal energy is good though. I need at least 2 of these, preferably 3. So I think I'd live with 2 though. I think that would be respectable. Next pack, Dark Slowbro. Okay, I will accept that. 1 Dark Slowbro is pretty good to have around. It's just good recovery. There are times where that can be very, very helpful. So many of the stupid Gyarados, though. 3 of them in that set of 6 is pretty bad. It's probably like one of the worst ones in the set. Oh, I do not have space to... I should have done this the other way around. Okay, I do not have space to spread them out that way. Alright, let's spread downwards then. I wasn't actually aware of that. I've never tried to do it this way around. Okay, jeez, can we stop pulling this stupid Gyarados, please? Dragonair is good though. I will accept more of that. One of my decks does play 2 of it. Blastoise is cool. I don't really have any regular Blastoise to play it with though, so probably won't be seeing that. Imposter Oak's Revenge is good. Boss's Way is good. I don't think I'm going to be playing Boss's Way, but I could. There's Rainbow. Yes, we need that. If I could somehow come out of this set with a playset of Rainbow Energy, I would be mega chilling. Like, Rainbow Energy this early would be absolutely phenomenal. So that's what we're looking for, is Rainbow, we're looking for sneak attacks, and we're looking for Vileplume. Hypno is whatever, but the full heal energy is good. I think that's the second one so far. So let's keep on trucking. Second Rainbow Energy! Yo, okay, that's fantastic. Right, one more in this group, and then we move on to the next bit. Dark Dragonite is fine. I haven't built a deck that's got the Dragonite right now, but it is definitely worth considering. I have one that's playing the Dragonair, so like I could play it. Alright, next. Why is it this way round? Oh my god, who the hell messed this up? Oh, that's dumb. Alright, I know what I can do to resolve that, but that is really dumb. Alright, we need to strip away this one so I can see what was picked up. There's the Meowth. Squirtada. I don't know what the rare is out of this pack at the moment. That seems to have been absorbed in there. Oh, is it Gyarados? Is that all? It might be. But then what was the rare in this one? Oh, there's another one that's got 2. Rainbow Energy, okay, right. Yeah, so it was the Gyarados again. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. We got a 3rd Rainbow Energy. Yo, we got a 3rd Rainbow. That's awesome. Okay. Oh god, are we actually going to play a Rainbow deck? I haven't built one that's specific for that, though. Okay, so the way of resolving that, these packs were just put in backwards, so I just need to I need to like click the pack again to do that. Weezing's kind of whatever, don't care. Flip it over, because yeah, it was put in the wrong way. Alakazam is not amazing. That's fine. I mean, again, it's not a bad card, but it's just not what we're looking for here. Charizard is funny. I wouldn't want to play it, though. I did actually build that Charizard in the past. It wasn't awful. Again, this Weezing could be okay if we do somehow lock into Metal Energy before it rotates. Rocket Sneak Attack, that's the 3rd one. Oh, this draft is looking spicy right now. The only thing I don't have a lot of is Vileplume. Right, I've only pulled 1 of those so far, but other than that... I mean, okay, have we got Golducks? We've got Golduck there. 1, 2, yeah, that should be enough. Yeah, we've got enough. We've got at least 3. Yeah, so that's fine. We've got what we want there. Oh, no, 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 no. Get the hell out of here. I thought I'd already clicked this one. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Here Comes Team Rocket is not a card that we picked up before, so I guess that's kind of fine. Oh, this is obnoxious. You guys messed up my packs. This is what happens when I don't do them myself. I'm gonna have to tell them to be more careful with that next time. Alright, well, fair enough. We're fine. It just messes up my nice ordering of stuff here, right? But it's okay. We've recovered it. So pull it out. Dark Machamp, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and roll the next one. Blastoise. Alright. I mean, Dark Blastoise is still not a terrible deck by itself. It's just, it's poorly positioned because it's weak to Lightning. And Lightning is going to be really... Really? A 4th sneak attack? Are you for real right now? Okay. Shit, that changes, like, everything. It's another Alakazam. I think that's already, like, more than a playset here. Unfortunate. Pretty sure, yeah, there's, like, there's 1, 2... there's a third one over here. Oh, maybe it is just 4. I don't know, either way, not incredible, but that's fine. We do have one more here, and then... Yeah, whatever. One final set to do. So the only thing I don't have is Vileplume. Like, I only have one, and you can't build a deck on one Vileplume. You can try, but it ain't going to be very good. But that's fine. I don't really want to play Vileplume anyway. Charizard, not really going to care. Let's go ahead and roll it. Alakazam, don't really care. It's mostly... I mean, okay, Rainbow Energy really would be the one that I'd love. Slowbro, don't really mind. I already have at least one. That is fine. Let's flip it. Magneton, yeah, okay, whatever. 2 left to go. Full Heal Energy is actually really good. I think that is the third one of those. Yes! Holy shit, yes! We actually got a full set of Rainbow Energy. Oh, God! Oh... Oh, what do I do? Oh, I was not expecting that. And we pulled the Raichu in the last pack. This is a secret rare. Like, I don't need this Raichu, but this is trade fodder, potentially. We pulled the 1 in 36 in the final pack here. Oh my god. Okay. What a set. What an opening this was. The only thing I missed out on was Vileplume. Which, again, I don't want to play anyway because Vileplume is boring as hell. And also doesn't necessarily work very well for me anyway. So, I am okay with that. So just waiting for this to like work. There we go. Pull this up. Okay, apparently didn't get all the cards over. That is fine. Pull those in. Like promos, I need to fix those up in a bit as well, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and... you've stuck these on the side, which is a little bit rough, but that is okay. We'll remove our duplicates. There's going to be quite a few of these, because this set is very small. That is fine. So, sort that one. Sort this one. And let's go ahead and save these up. This went, like, better than I could have hoped. Draft sets. This is set number 5. So it is Rocket. Not Drill, but Rocket. Yeah, this is our surplus one, right? Yeah. Just making sure. Seems good. Okay, let's save that one. And that is under spares. Okay, Right, so let me actually at least bring in a couple of the decks that I was looking at playing this time round. And now I've got to work out how am I going to change them with the cards that we've just pulled. So the first one, funnily enough, I did test this earlier and it was actually kind of reasonable, is Vitribel. And then the second one, which is maybe a little bit more likely to come in here, is like Dark Jolteon. I did have a for Zapdos list as well. This might not be the best one to play this time round though. So let me go ahead and we'll move these across a little bit so I can go ahead and show what I was looking at. And you might laugh at this one, but it's actually not unreasonable despite what I've said about one of these cards in the past. So, this deck relies on the efficient attacks of the Weepinbell over here as its main engine. Weepinbell is basically just a little bit worse Electabuzz. Like, it does take an evolution to put into play, but the Bellsprout lets you search for more Bellsprouts for a single energy, and you just get them onto the bench. It's great, right? It also does evolve itself, and it goes into the Vitribel, which has two purposes here. It's mostly for lure, but like, for one grass energy, you swap one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. So this lets you trap the Dark Vileplume and run it off the table, basically. You just stop them from... You bring them out, it's got a 2 energy retreat cost, it's hard to get away from the active, and you just keep doing that until you either deck them or you stop them from playing in general. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, its attack is terrible because it's on a coin toss. This should just not take a coin toss, but you can stop them retreating next turn as well to add to it. It also stops Muck, right? You can trap Muck by doing this as well, so it's pretty respectable. And just the overall energy efficiency of this deck, like Cypher is a grass double colorless, Weepinbell takes just grass energy, 1 or 2 of them, and it starts to wear out the opponent's stuff, like it plays free disruption somewhat well. Machop is here as a tech because Lightning is going to be super big this round, because Lightning beats Golduck, and Golduck is one of, and Psyduck by extension, are one of the biggest things to play with the Vileplume. So that's obviously important. Tauros is here because it stops Psychics from being dominant. Dark Dragonair searches out all of these lovely evolution cards down here, so it lets you bring out stuff very well. And otherwise it's just fairly straightforward. I mean, you've got to play straightforward in this set. Because Vileplume shuts off all of your trainer-based like fun times, so you got to play a little bit more cautiously, I guess, in this one. The second deck that I was planning on playing here, potentially, is Dark Jolteon. Now, Dark Jolteon I went through before is, again, you'll see a theme here. Dark Jolteon attacks for 1 energy and does pretty decent damage, right? It's efficient, is the best way of putting it. And so this deck aims to capitalize on the efficiency of these low energy attacks. Electabuzz for 1 or 2 energy, Jolteon for 1 energy, to end up building up a board where Jolteon regular can pin Missile for the game at the end. It is a flippy attack, but it tends to do quite respectable damage, so you can roll out that to end things. Muck is there because it stops Vileplume. Cypher resists fighting, which is good against the EVs and the Electabuzz and stuff here. Machop, of course, it's a slightly DC running deck, so it's a good tech. And again, Tauros is good against the Psychic stuff, which is good against Grimer and Machop, so that kind of works out. Eevee is decent, but like doesn't really deal with the Psychics all too well, because it's a very flippy attack that it has. But Eevee can also stop the opponent from attacking at the start of the game too, which is quite nice. You can see I played quite a few full heal energy in here as well, because it is generally good against what the Vileplume stuff tends to do. And then the last one that I would want to show here, I have a Dugtrio version of this as well, but I don't like it as much, is a reincarnation of the Zapdos list from last week, the Zapdos Electrode. This one's a lot slower because it doesn't have like the maxed out Electrode that I would have before. It relies a lot more on just basic lightning attachments. But again, Voltorb is an efficient attacker, it's 20 for 1 energy. The Electabuzz is efficient. There's a couple of type-based techs in here. Ponyta can hit the grass types for weakness. The Machop is essential for hitting other lightning-based decks and the colorless stuff. But otherwise, you can see there's a lot of the same general type of stuff here. Zapdos is the wild card because it can do massive damage but usually takes an Electrode Ping to do it too. But you're not gonna, maybe you won't see quite as many energy removal this time round, so this deck could work quite well. Lass is also really good at Disruption. That's something these two decks don't do, is Trainer Disrupt. However, all of that was before we actually did the draft here, and ended up pulling kind of nutters. I'm not convinced that is the way that we need to stick with this. So let's spread these out. Yeah, I've got just enough space. So here is what we actually pulled. We pulled 4 Rainbow Energy. And 4 Sneak Attack, which I did not have before. So this is kind of implying, I did also get enough full heal energy for what I'd want to do. This is kind of implying that I should really try and make like an aggro deck here. And just like stun the opponent out. I don't think any of these decks actually do that immediately. But you know, the other thing that I can do here is I can use those rainbows to tech in other attackers. And that might actually be worth doing as well. I'm not sure what exactly to bring to the table here. Okay, before I go too much further with stuff, I should probably load in my promos so I can... they'd be in draft sets, right? Yeah. I should load these in so I can actually save the new set. Let me just make sure I'm... Yeah, they are just promos. Okay. Just before I forget to do it. So we will load in this promos. Yeah, we are going to overwrite. So I don't have something like Wigglytuff. I don't have that level of aggression that I could play with it here. This is rough. I mean, it's obviously it's a good problem to have. Wow, only one Rapidash. It's a good problem to have, I just don't know how to capitalize on it. So, I think probably the best deck to fit Disruption in is this one. This deck actually is pretty aggressive. I could probably do it. Right, how would I fit Sneak Attack into here? Is going to be the question. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 15 total energy. I don't want to go much below that. I could probably take out 1 full heal. I'm imagining 1 energy removal could probably go here. I do have triple item finder, so that might be fine for that. And from there it gets a little difficult. See, the other question is, do I actually try and play Rainbow? Man, I don't know. I maybe don't need to go all in when it comes to playing Sneak Attack, but I do want to see it quite often. I could maybe say 1 less trader. Yeah, you know what? Let's take out the trader. I think the disruption side of things is probably going to be better here. And so we will take... Did I get a hollow one or is it all rares? It's all rares, that's kind of funny. We will take our triple sneak attack. And I think I'm actually going to try this deck. So, the idea, as I've said, the idea with this deck is that the Jolteon and the Flareon as well. Don't discount Flareon over here. This thing can actually do pretty respectable damage as well. So it's neat. We've got a lot of nice stuff with it here. I could swap this to play Rainbow instead of double colorless, and then swap the Machop for the other one. That is possible. I don't think it's the greatest idea, though. Oh, it is so tempting, though. It is so tempting. The other thing I could do, actually, is I could try Venusaur. Like, I keep memeing about it, but Venusaur would actually work. Because with Venu, I could use the Rainbows to play the Mewtwo. I don't have a list for that, like, that I'm super happy with, though. I do have a list, though. I will bring in the list that I was testing, because now we could change this quite a bit. So let's show this. So this list was... I need to take a Kangaskhan out because I didn't actually trade for one of them, but that's where Mewtwo can start coming in. This list is also devoid of a lot of disruption tools, but it was designed to try and just play a bunch around the Vileplume muck type stuff. Let me actually see. Jason did put up a Venusaur list like super recently. Let me see, because it also has 4 Rainbow. It plays Dodrio, which I don't. I'm just going to bring this one over to the side real quick. So, what's some of the stuff? It doesn't play any... Oh, it doesn't play... It plays 1 Super Energy Removal. I guess that's fine. It doesn't play any... Energy removal, like regular ones. It still plays all of the Pokemon Center. No breeder in the deck, so I wouldn't have to worry so much about that. I could tailor it. Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? It'd be funny. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna sleeve up this one. I say sleeve up as if there's actually card sleeves in here. I'm gonna group up this one. Ah, shit. I grouped up too much. Okay, that's fine. It's easily fixed. You go in there, and then I guess it's probably you go there. And, yeah, I'm gonna run this. I wish in a way that I could use the double colorless, not double colorless, the rainbow energies, but I think I'm gonna just leave this up. So draft decks, Dark Jolteon. Let's try it. So let me go in. Well, this was interesting. Yeah, I'm about to come out with my deck stuff now. This was quite the set to pull from. I'm not sure if I'm actually satisfied with this deck choice, but you know what? I'm gonna run it anyway because I can.
Nice.
Do think it's gonna be neat if nothing else. I'm just like, oh, if I had more time, I probably would have tried to build something different with it here. Your deck's in the wrong one.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. It's just I'm just being picky on it because I can. Right. Okay. Draw my 7.
That's the most common mistake around here.
Yep. All right. I do have basics, so I am going to throw that down. No mulligans today. Yeah, I placed 1 Pokemon face down in defense mode. Your turn. Yeah.
That's just a sleep.
Okay, you're gonna play another one down?
No. Sorry, I was
okay.
just messing with the card in my hand.
Right, heads, tails.
Even.
Oh, that's just a sleep.
Odd it is, so I am going first then. Alright. Yep, this is what I was sort of afraid of.
Turn
Okay.
one, right up.
That is fine. We can handle that because I have Electabuzz in hand. My classic thing of I'm not going to play my Pokemon down until I see what's going on, apart from the Zero Retreater. Yeah, so we're going to switch in and we're going to just go straight for the Thundershock here. Paralysis. Alright. No head aching for you, good sir.
Just an everything else ache instead.
Yep.
Well. Interesting. So go primer.
Oh, okay. That's not quite what I expected, but play the switch too. Good stuff. Alright. That does indeed get you an attack this turn.
Yeah.
Might as well get the
Yeah,
damage.
I'll go ahead.
You'll just go for it? Yeah, okay. Alright, no paralysis on that. Alright, let's draw. Alright, we're gonna build.
Built.
Draw 2. Oh, that's an echo. Is your mic like too close to your headset or something there? Is that what's going on?
Maybe. I was shifting around. If you keep hearing it, just let me know again, and I'll
Okay.
go, like, push to talk or something.
Yep. Right, I am going to comp search. We're going to discard Cypher, and this might give the game away a little bit. Dark Flareon.
Oh, we did go to evolution.
Yep. Oh, you don't have the sort things in here. Sad face. Okay.
Hold on.
That's fine. We've been in the most recent version that we've been like testing on stuff. We put sort deck sorters next to the stuff because you know you would do that in real life, right? You would be filtering through to you know do the stuff with it. Did you just put one down? Yeah. Okay. So it's just one of those that that it makes it easier to see the counts of the cards in the deck, and that is something that you should be allowed to do because you do that in real life and whatnot. So. Okay, let's grab card. Yeah, that seems good. Alright. And I'm just gonna play it straight up. Sneak attack.
Ooh, got one.
Okay, what is the most dangerous card out of that hand? I mean, Gust does nothing with my board as it is at the moment. Switch is sort of annoying, but not that big of a deal. Probably the plus power. Right, I will just reshuffle this just to make absolute sure, just in case I didn't do it before. Okay, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much, because I'm gonna Nightly Garbage Run to get the 2 Pokemon I discarded back into deck. Since it says up to 3, you do not have to take exactly 3, so... That's one thing I quite like about stuff like Computer Search, Item Finder, stuff like that. Nightly Garbage Run can actually help diffuse the discards a little bit.
That's true.
And then we're going to put a DCE on the Cypher, and we're going to Oak, discarding Item Finder. Okay, so that's fine. Let's throw down the Eevee. And we are going to Thundershock. Negative mass dice for the win. Okay, no paralysis. Yep,
Built.
good top deck.
Built.
Yep, that's good.
It's very good. Interesting.
Oh, looks like those two are finished, so I'm gonna hop calls.
Alright, good luck, buddy.
What to do?
Electabuzz is good pressure early on.
Yeah, not bad for sure. Hmm.
Yeah, just as a reminder, this Eevee does not actually activate if you evolve, it's only if I do.
Right.
It is an
okay.
errata on it, that because it was a misprint in the first place, so I will not get to evolve into like Jolteon or whatever, if or that Flareon you've seen, if you evolve.
Gotcha. Good to know.
I wish it did that because that would be amazing, but
Yeah.
I
sure.
will like, you know, fair in fairness type thing of it.
I think I'll item finder.
Okay.
Mewtwo and Switch
Okay.
for Bill.
Yep. So draw 2. Oh no.
All right. I am playing Oaks. Believe it or not.
You just gotta draw them.
I'll item finder
Oh, yep. I've had to do
for
this as well. I understand your pain.
plus power.
Eventually. Oh,
There we
you
go.
redrew into it. Okay.
And yeah, that was my most recent bill.
Nice.
And
I mean, I imagine it's not a one of, so yep.
Bill.
Yep.
Okay. Goodness. I don't know how aggressive I want to be.
How much pressure could you take from Electabuzz here?
That's a good question, because you could knock me out next turn
I could, yeah.
pretty easily. There's
Yep.
no Espeon, so I don't have to worry about EV weakness stuff.
No, that would be cool, but give me... how many sets is it? 1, 2... Give me 4 sets and I can do that too. Because it's in the second Neo set is when Espeon comes in, so...
Yeah. What's the advantage? I don't know. We have nothing in here. Alright, Mewtwo.
Okay, yep. Ooh. There goes a third item finder, huh?
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
I would say that's probably the last one. I don't remember if you've got 4. It's hard to remember what everybody's got, you know?
Yeah, I got 4 in my collection at least.
Okay.
I can say that much.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Because I also have 4, but then again, what do I not have 4 of? Scoop Up. I only have 1 of those, but I have like 4 Comp Search, 4 Trader, 4 Item Finder. I only have 1 Breeder. Okay, that's the other one I've not got a lot of, but I don't think Breeder's really going to be the thing in this deck anyway. When you think about it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll retreat.
Ooh, okay.
And absorption.
Yep. Yeah, there's only the one, isn't there? So.
Yeah.
No,
all my item finders.
You can take the double.
Oh, you're
colors.
right.
Yeah.
You're totally right. I forgot I discarded that. That becomes much better because I was
Yeah.
thinking about playing it onto Mewtwo this turn,
Yep. So.
and then that would have been bad.
Yeah. All right. Let's draw.
Thanks for catching that.
Yeah. No. It's. I mean, hey, there's no point in in being thing with that. All right. So. This is still relatively threatening with what I have out at the moment. I think I'm going... I think I might want to take this turn I want to take it a little slower, but at the same time... Oh, that's scary to do, though. I mean, okay, so what's the punish? I mean, you do hit for quite a bit of damage, but I suppose the punish is if I hit myself, then you'd be able to do plus power 50, which is annoying, but at least with current board it would be okay. I'm going to attach active. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. We're going to Thunder Punch. I'm going to get a proper roll, I'm sorry. Alright, head to this. 40 damage.
Nice.
No self as well, which is good. You need double plus power with one discarded now, and 3 item finder gone to get it,
Yeah.
so I think I'm relatively safe. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Of course, energy removal could still be annoying, but now energy removal doesn't necessarily guarantee that turn is over, you know? So, I think I'm alright.
Garbage run.
Yep.
Oh, why am I
that's.
switching my
Well, I
top?
mean, you're shuffling afterwards anyway, so it's fine.
That's true.
So, up to
I think
3.
it's just a
There
Mewtwo.
it goes. Yep, so that's the only one that's in there in the first place, right?
Yeah, I guess that's good.
Because you absorbed
Maybe we should have
the
waited.
energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think it's respectable if you're going to be burning a lot of this hand anyway.
I would like to.
Yeah, Electabuzz doing what it does best, punching. Ooh,
I'm gonna adjust your EV.
okay, yep.
I should attach this turn. Let's go for like a Mew.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll Cyburn.
I'm going to take 10 damage because resistance.
Oh no! Alright, if that's the case, do you mind if I hit Electabuzz?
Yeah, you might as well. Like, take the Gust back and hit
Alright.
it. Yep, no.
That sucks.
Yeah, Eevee is resistant to Psychic.
Those blasted colorless Pokemon.
Oh,
Everyone knows they're resistant to Mewtwo.
It's brutal, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna bench a Tauros. I think that seems reasonable enough here. We're gonna double colorless the Tauros. Because I can still just Thunder Punch for knockout, which I will. Let's see if self-damage comes in. It does not. Wow, I'm getting lucky with this. Okay. I appreciate the hustle trying to go after the Eevee there, but...
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Like,
I guess...
need
Oh, go on. In theory...
I was thinking about
yeah.
getting a prize card out that turn, but
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, in theory, that self-damage this turn didn't matter. I needed one of those 2 coins, preferably the first one, to not be Tails, because, like, this way now, like, I do die anyway, but, like, if I flipped Tails on the first one, you could have searched for a plus power, and that would have been pretty devastating.
Yeah. I have just drawn into Mewtwo, which makes me think I didn't shuffle off of the garbage run.
I didn't catch whether you did or not that way, but that is probably correct.
Yeah, odds are.
It's a 31 cards in deck. It's not likely.
Yeah. As much as I would have preferred to have the Buzz there, or the Mewtwo.
I can imagine. Oh, there's a bit of echo.
I will end off with, I guess, the Psywave for a knockout.
Yep, that's fine. So down goes Electabuzz. Oops, didn't want to throw it that far, but whatever. Now, okay, I have Cypher anyway. The fun thing is this Eevee actually has 0 retreat too, so
Yeah,
it can
that's great.
also come out. This card's amazing. I want more of it. Okay, I think this seems like a reasonable turn to start going for this. I am going to Computer Search. We're going to... I don't think I need Grimer in this one if you're using Muck as well, so we're going to discard that. And second discard... I want to charge it up, but I think it's better. I'm going to discard this Jolteon. Let's sort this out. Yeah, this one is like late game too. I'm just gonna sort this as well if make it easier to show. Yeah, it's a late game thing because Pin Missile is a bit flippy, but it is a very powerful like ending attack. So
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Let's. Irritating, but fine. Let's take you. Alright. We are going to go into Dark Jolteon.
Cool.
I will retreat to which one do we want? They're both good options here. I'm gonna retreat into the Tauros. I'll attach a lightning to the Dark Jolteon and just go for Stomp here. Tails, so 20 damage.
Alright.
It's probably a mistake, but I feel like it's not awful here. Resistance obviously is pretty good, but this is maybe a bit vulnerable to removal.
Yeah. What to do?
I guess the alternative is maybe I should have just kept hold of Comp Search for that, but that's fine. Yep.
Garbage run.
Okay. So now you can get more stuff back if you want. There it goes. Indeed. Yep, I heard the shuffle this time, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle a couple more times.
That's right, I have to remind Sai to shuffle after every single action, because he never does.
Yeah.
Eventually,
It can be
I'll make him
tricky.
learn.
Send out a Psyduck.
Okay.
And all nasty goo.
Oh no, Sigul! Okay. Yikes. Wow, I'm sorry, dude. Not a lot going
okay.
that way.
I think you've hit all your heads, and I've hit none of my heads.
I've missed one, but it
Oh,
wasn't
the stomp.
consequential. Yeah, the stomp here. It wasn't super consequential.
It's true.
I kind of want to just go
okay.
for blood here, but at the same time, that's maybe a bit risky here. But it would be pretty brutal if nothing else. Honestly, I kind of feel like this board is kind of rough for this stuff at the moment anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for the stomp. I think that's fine. Oh, lag spike right as I was about to throw it. Come on,
Right.
really? Twice in a row. It's not a proper throw, please. What is happening here? Okay, 20 damage.
There we go.
Yeah.
All removal DCE pass.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess not pass. I should do.
Yeah, you
but,
should
you
do.
know.
Yeah. Alright, there you go.
Yay!
Yeah, I got one.
This is the beginning of something beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna put a Electabuzz down. Removal does dampen things a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna pass turn. I think that's okay. I'm gonna leave it like this just in case you had to go for stuff. I'll move it when it's not paralyzed by the attack.
Yeah, good call, good call. Boy. Okay, well, I've got Item Finder.
Yep.
Duck. And just don't know. I guess I can't use this. And I'm poking. Yeah, I can't use any of this really. So Wiggly.
Yep. It is still there. Yeah, I kind of expected it would be.
Yeah. And that is Oak. I have another card I'm considering playing.
Yeah.
I think I'll just opt to not. I'm just gonna
Okay.
discard
Just gonna
card
use
out
the
of Gust.
Yep. Ooh, DC.
I know.
Yeah, I could see you'd consider like gusting one of the things up here.
It's hard out on these
that.
streets.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So you're not paralyzed
Okay.
currently.
Yeah, I'm
But-
not paralyzed at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Do this and yeah, I'll just nasty goo
Okay.
for that. That's
No. I don't know how much it matters at the moment, but I guess we'll see. Because it could. Okay, I think a fair bit of this hand has got to go anyway, so let's just go for it. We're gonna item finder, discard. I was keeping full heal energy in hand, so it was thing
nice.
with that. So we're gonna discard those two to pick up the nightly garbage run, actually, because I want to put Electabuzz Double Lightning back in deck. Or do I want? No, I mean I could want the Jolteon, but I think Electabuzz is the better option here. I already have other light EVs and stuff in deck I can use anyway. Okay, we're going to throw plus power down, and I'm going to Oak. I've been a little bit passive in some of these turns. I probably should have been actually going for this a bit more, but... Alright, we're going to Bill. Okay, don't think it is. I mean, okay, the plus power doesn't actually do anything here, so like I don't need to use it for that. So it's more just a case of, do I want to dig for it? It's what am I more likely to hit if I do? Okay, I think I'm more likely to actually hit the trainer out here. So we're gonna double remove because I have the totem here. So you've got 2 energy in play. We'll just take them both out, and we're gonna dig further. So that's oh god, it was lightning Grimer Dart Flareon is what's going. Lightning Energy is the last one there. So yeah, obviously I was like, if I get DC, I could just knock out from active, but
right.
Ooh, yikes. Okay, your turn.
Don't know. Really?
Yeah.
That is brutal.
You would think drawing 16 cards in a turn would actually give you something.
I really would think, yeah.
But yeah, no. That's annoying, but okay.
Huh. Okay.
I don't think it's the end of the world or anything here. I've still got a pretty reasonable board spot, but it is kind of tough. I mean, yeah, this is the problem with coming up with a Taurus, I suppose. I could have played a bit more aggressively in previous turns and maybe actually had a better, like a better set here, but...
Okay, seen it.
Yeah, it's like Leer on on a head slip. You can't attack unless you like switch or evolve. I can sort that for you if you want.
No, it's okay. I was just searching it
Yeah.
to find the cards that I actually cared about.
Yep, no, that's fine, that's fine. That's kind of why I end up sorting the stuff here as well.
Okay. I'll go Psychic.
Yep.
Mewtwo. Wiggly.
Yep.
And I'll Goo.
Yeah, I should have been probably more aggressive with this. That's fine. Alright. Let's draw. Computer search. Discard the muck, and looking at this board at the moment, Electabuzz is probably fine to go here. Of course, it would have been next card anyway. We've got Switch.
Nice.
So let's switch into the Jolteon. I will attach one to Eevee. Yep, thank you. And yeah, we will Lightning Flash for knockout here. Now this won't affect your next Pokemon because it wasn't the one that got hit by it, but
yeah. Draw.
Yep.
Alright, do that.
It's pretty good. Jolts is fine. Yep.
What else I can really do?
Jolts is pretty scary. That seems good. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Let's attach one to the Tauros. Yeah, I think Lightning Flash is okay here. Yeah, so we'll do 20 and now use Smoke Screen.
Yeah. Okay. That's fun. You put Lightning to Tauros.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there's a chance it can still get going here, so...
Yeah. Sure. So, I'm going to... yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I like this turn. Comp Search out of Challenge and plus power.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab an Oak.
Yep. I mean, it's not necessary to say, but it seems relatively clear here. You are going to plus power first, yeah.
Dark Golduck as well.
Yep. That had 20. Right, just don't forget to shuffle.
Oh yeah, thanks. I would have forgotten, so that was a good thing. Well... That's not great. What can you do?
That's a good question.
If I double retreat,
That
Cyburn,
will, yeah, that will
power.
get out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll just need to be able to play, like, switch or pay retreat on something else.
Yeah.
Because you've got no energy and no 3 retreaters on your bench at the moment.
Okay. Um.
It's all.
Okay. Not awful. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go Psychic Jigs, or Wigs. And, no, probably no, definitely no. Yep, okay, so we'll just go for it. Sideburn.
Right, flip.
Come on, baby!
Well done.
Yeah!
Alright, that takes it out. Okay. Bring in.
That was the heads I needed.
Yeah, it really was. That's pretty big. That's tough. So I have options, but none of them are like that good. Okay, where are we at the moment for that? So not a lot. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 4. Okay. Just trying to look at what is the most reasonable option to go in with here. It's sort of looking like just a hit with Cypher might be the best here, so we're gonna slash for the 30.
Okay.
Not a massive fan of it, but I think that's probably the best play here.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Seems good.
Yeah, it's trading a lot of damage onto the Cypher, but at the same time, Cypher's got a couple of things it might be able to target down. It's not like not the most vital attacker here.
Oh, that's a lot.
If it actually gets to hit with that Rampage, it's on 60 at the moment.
Yeah. A lot of damage. Well, I guess I don't have that many options to begin with. So, yeah, alright, I'm just going to not play these, not play this. Stay in Cyburn.
Okay. Might as well bring a new one because they're set on 40 anyway.
Oh yeah, convenient.
Okay, what is the threat here? That's a good question. What actually is the threat on that side? DCE would be the problem, I think. Do you mind if I sort this real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Just makes it a bit easier to see. Okay, what is the danger level here? Because I know, I know you'd run out of Item Finder. I'm pretty sure you've only got one at most plus power left. Like I've been keeping track of that anyway. But yeah, 2 DC potentially. Removal's still not being played very much. It's possible, like a lot of us, though, you might have just cut a little bit into that because it's apart from it's just hard to fit them all in. It's useless against Vileplume if you don't get Knockout, so the deck doesn't seem too enthused at getting that out right now.
Funny no one's playing Vileplume.
Yeah, well, I mean, Yeah, that's the thing. It's like obviously Vileplume's not in this game, but it's more like teching against it. Is more
Oh,
what
of
I mean. Yeah, I think this is probably okay. 12 cards left myself. Sure, let's go on with the boy. We're gonna Dark Jolteon, I'm gonna retreat to him, and we're gonna knock out with Lightning Flash. It's not ideal, but I think that will be okay. And the Mewtwo falls, and that's why it's not ideal.
Removal Tauros.
Okay, yep. This is still fine, I think.
Bench Mewtwo. Do the wave.
Yep. Down goes the Jolteon, and that is the unfortunate flaw in it. Okay, that's fine. Right, destroy. Sneak attack. Wow, that's a lot of removals. That is a lot of removal. God damn. Okay, so unfortunately you are gonna just straight up get to attack again here as well. That is not great. I mean, honestly, the comp search is probably the only thing that's actually right here, because you still got super removal, and it's like, I don't think taking those away is really gonna matter here.
I think that's a good call.
Wow, that is really annoying though. God damn. Well, I can remove your own double colors for what it's worth. It's probably still okay. Like, yeah, you can still get an attack next turn, but God. It's just so brutal. Is this gonna come down to a Thunder Shock? It feels like it might.
Maybe.
Oh, rough. Okay, I'm gonna attach Lightning to Tauros. We're gonna switch into Electivires, and I think I will have to Thunder Shock here. Nope.
Sure. Fine. Is there a reason to do that? Maybe not. I'll play most of this. PC rank. That'd be kind of scary. I guess it's not terrible. It is what it is, though. We'll go do the wave.
Okay. Yeah, I think I probably played this one slightly too passively in the mid-game. God. I'm going to bench 2. And honestly, I think Thundershock is just a play here. Okay, do you want me to reflip that one because it knocked on the dice? I know it's Tails, so it's like... I mean, it probably should because it didn't roll over the dice. Oh!
Oh, someone just drew a muck into my hand. Or no, an energy. That's funny.
Yeah, good job, Sai.
What happened to my wiggle?
Okay, so that one landed on heads. First one was Tails knocking on the dice. Just gonna fucking do it again because...
That's 2 out of 3.
Fucking please. Where did that even go? How the hell? Wait, I have never seen that before. What?
You guys are so funny with your dice rolls.
Just yeeted that one into space. Alright, I've never seen that before. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, it is Tails. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably
Trying
game
to-
over. Man, it's rough.
Okay.
It's like those coin tosses where it counts, huh?
I think I'm missing some cards. Well, not missing them, but like maybe I'm not playing.
Yeah, so you probably won't be playing 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, 2, 3.
Oh no,
4,
no, I'm
5,
sure I
6,
have the right
7, 8,
number of
9.
cards.
Yeah, you've got 60.
Yeah, not worried about that part.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because we did just have that deal and stuff.
Yeah.
So cards can get slipped up.
Fair enough. Sting. You're probably just gonna Boros. Make me sad.
That would be the idea.
Yeah. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Go Psychic Mewtwo and do the wave.
Yep. Okay, get you.
See DC.
Okay. Well, let's hope. We got Bill.
Early.
Wow, you would think.
Go for Professor Oak.
No, I
worth
don't. I don't think it's worth. We're gonna go Electabuzz. We are going to sub in there, and I'm gonna have to try for the shock again. Ah, got it this time. Okay.
Nice. Pass.
Okay. I will go for the Thundershock. Oh wow, okay.
That's rough.
Yep, that's rough.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the wave.
Okay, so that's 60. I will attach one to Cypher. We are going to plus power Thunder Punch. Oh, wait, no, I need to attach to that first, don't I? Fuck, I'm stupid. Yeah, no, we need to attach to the Buzz, because I need to
Nice.
Thunder Punch here. And yeah,
That's
we'll check if
good.
I kill myself as well. Which I do. Ah, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens to it, right? It's like I got a lot of heads earlier, but now look at where all the tails are. Right at the end of
Yeah.
this.
So who promotes?
Well, we both need to. I
Right, but like,
think turn player probably goes first with it.
okay.
This is always going to be the option anyway, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh. And I guess my option is probably obvious as well.
Yeah.
Two. Oh, and I get a prize card.
You do.
I need
Right, so
one.
you drew for turn as well, right? Yeah, you did.
Did draw for turn, yeah. Is interesting. Curious to find out which cards I'm missing.
Hmm.
Or prized, I mean. Slash in deck. Well. tell you what. I'm gonna go.
Oh. In the case where both players of Pokemon knocked out simultaneously, which player takes the prizes first? The player whose turn blah blah blah. Hang on. Player whose turn would be next takes their prizes first, and then the other player takes theirs. Then okay, so you would need to. It was pretty obvious that we would both promote these two anyway here, but it actually was supposed to be you that went first. Right? Are you just absorption?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go. I guess it doesn't matter all that much.
Okay. Draw. Better have it. Gust of Wind, target Golduck. I will attach a full heal to the Eevee and end turn.
Let's see. Oh, God. Okay, one of those is that. 1, 2, 3. 5.
Ooh, Cylon this round. Nice.
Nice. Those.
I feel like I have found a weak point, and I'm like, this is maybe my way of winning this.
Yeah. I did have to burn a lot of resources really early.
Yep.
What has happened here?
When did that attachment to the Jigglypuff happen? Was that a while ago? I'm assuming
Last
it was
turn.
a while ago. Last turn, yeah, that's what I thought. I was assuming it was a while ago.
I will pass.
Okay. Just, yeah, because I've seen you've gone through all the DC. I was checking the rest of the energy count with it. Okay. Alright. I will Pokemon Trader an Eevee. And I will take nothing. It is your go.
See. Well, I have 0 cards.
This is where you last, and I am very sad.
Yeah, that would be cool. I will concede.
Oh, we got it! Holy shit! Okay.
WP.
Wow, freaking play, dude. That was crazy. I had Machop as the anti colorless tech in here, so I had a potential. I ran out of DCE because I only play the 2 in here because it's not a primary thing for it, right? Like it's really not many of my cards can use it. So like I was sort of trying to bluff the Taurus, but I knew Super Remove was just gonna wipe it out anyway. My only real way of winning that was to deck out, and I noticed that like, oh, all of your DCE are gone. I don't see you playing Switch. All of your Item Fighter are gone, even if there was one in the discard. And I was like, I don't think you got it. So let's just bring up a 2 energy retreat cost, dude, and let's see you take your final prize. And
yeah. Oh.
Oops.
The other tricky part was the Eevee you had there. Like, if I was forced to just sit on my Mewtwo, it was going to be doing 10 damage per turn.
Yep. With the potential that I could just tail wag it too and stop it from attacking. So,
yeah, that's good. 5 damage per turn.
On average, yeah. Oh boy. Okay. That was terrifying. So, Sai, then you won out of the other ones? Yep. All right.
I got bullied in all 3 ways. Bad matchup, bad start, bad draws, into bad dice.
I had bad
So-
dice by the end of that. I had to desperately try and Thundershock, and it didn't work very
Mr.
well.
Force.
I'm
Sneak
Mewtwo
attack.
for 9, and not Mewtwo. I'm Meowth for 9 and did 3 damage. I got 6 tails.
Oh, yeah.
I was only trying to kill a Mew.
I guess it wasn't quite the miraculous comeback you were hoping for. Oh ho.
It went kaboom.
Okay, so which way round are we swapping stuff here?
I'll go
Ah,
with
Yeah,
yes,
Space
you
you
won.
Okay.
Do I have another game, or is that it?
You can play for fun if you want. I imagine Pepper would probably want to play, or
Yeah,
or
may as
Leo,
well.
right? I will
I
swap
might,
over.
I'll probably
to...
dip into the into my. I'll probably. You know, I'm gonna get a brew out of my. Oh shit! Right. I'll take a.
Do you need Did you need something out of
I
yellow?
saved all my brews. I saved my brews.
Okay, well, I guess we will move into a different channel with it here. So, best luck with your
Alright.
games. And,
Which one?
Let's just go to the second one.
Alright. Good luck.
GL.
Alright. Oh my
Not
god, that
expecting
was
Arrow.
that was terrifying. Alright. Let's see how this one goes. This is gonna be an interesting one for sure.
Yep. Good luck.
Good luck to you too, my dude. I do have a basic.
I do not.
Okay. Rainbow is about it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, bit too close. So you are still playing removal. That's probably tells me no Vileplume, which is reasonable enough. Okay, let me put my prizes down and then I will draw my 2.
Oh, Rainbow's still a thing.
Yep.
Again.
Whoa, okay. Psychic. Yep, full heal I kind of expected. Last is still here, so I think I know which one this is then. Go. Oh, it's fine. Yep, I will take my 2. I'm actually going to bench 1 more Pokemon as well.
I have one. This is not a great start, but we'll make it work.
Yep, we'll see. A lot of lag going on at the moment. Poor PC.
I have set the thing.
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Heads.
Oh, this one doesn't have us quite the same thing, does it? Okay. Well, it is heads, so good luck, buddy. Behold, my Eevees! My army of cuteness on the right board!
Time for some turn 1 scouting.
Well, you're not going to be very happy with it.
Computer search.
Yep, that's the only thing you can take, really.
That because I've got nothing else really.
Mhm.
And I'll do one of my own.
Yep. Plus power going immediately, yep.
Well, if you're running Muck, that means I don't have to worry too much about getting my own Muck out.
Not really. That's what makes it nice, when it's just like,
So,
yeah, yep, just
I'll
get that.
get that down.
You got an oak?
Yeah, I've got an oak.
Right, you need to shuffle first.
I'm not oaking yet though. Well, you can put your hand back.
I
then.
can, but there's not much point at the moment.
That's my turn. Can't really do anything to
Okay.
Eevee by itself.
Right.
As cute as it is.
Yeah, no, it was more just a might as well like keep it out until it's actually my turn because it's just information. You know, it's information you should have. Yeah, you could argue you should just remember it, but no, it's fine. Oh, that's a little awkward. Well, not ideal. I'm going to attach active
Yep.
and Honestly, I think I just Tail Wag here. We don't use this one because it's not got the best physics, right? I think I just Tail Wag. So heads, I see that there. So Mew cannot attack next turn, unless it's like double switched out. Rainbow, yeah, take the damage.
Yeah. Dice.
Yeah, there's not one that's marked on 10 yet.
We're gonna Oak.
Yep, that's fine. There's the buzz.
And we're gonna Bell. I could do this, but how much is this really gonna be worth? Is the question.
What, energy absorb?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
could retreat and energy absorb,
You
but
could.
is that worth it
It's how
to
much?
deal 10?
Yeah, it's like how much do you think it's gonna stick? Like, what's it worth to you?
Yeah, no, I think I'm just fine waiting for now.
Okay, that turn then?
Yep.
Okay, let's draw. Okay, I think this is reasonable enough to do. I'm gonna energy removal, but I'm gonna item finder to get it back, so we're gonna remove both.
Just take everything?
Yeah, just take
That's fine.
both. It's probably good enough here.
Oh.
Right, these are not gonna group up because
That's
they.
somehow linked.
Okay. Yeah, because you kind of know I have like 2 oaks in here anyway, so it's like, what am I even doing with that, you know?
Yeah.
I think this is worth it actually. I'm going to attach the full heal to the bench EV. I'm gonna pay retreat, plus
Chomp.
power, and oak. So discard my other Grimer. Like you, I know that I don't need it in this matchup, so it's that's pretty good. Let's build, draw 2.
Oh, that is a very frail EV.
Yeah, it's a very frail Eevee, but there's also...
It does chomp.
It does chomp. Right, let's go ahead and sneak attack. You could have ruined me with that last turn, fair enough. You know what, get rid of the energy removal. It goes into deck.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. Dude, if it discarded, like, oh my god. So yeah, 2 Ochre
There are
last.
cards that do that.
Yeah,
So,
so what, 2 Ochre last, 2 Lightning, right?
yeah, 2
Yeah.
lightning, 2 oak.
Okay, yeah, and I think that's good enough to, yeah, do the bite for 30, so that's what you would put on. It's not like
Alright.
super ideal, but probably should have done
Do
one
what
of
we
it
have to
here,
do.
but... Yeah.
Attach lightning to that. You know what? I think I am just gonna...
Yeah, and this
Bite
is the
the bullet.
problem, because I could have comp searched. I probably should have comp searched an energy out at the very least, but I mean, this puts a lot of draw outs back into my deck, so... Like, it's annoying, but I don't think it's too bad. Like,
You wanna know what's the worst?
what's
So, Pepper, I got a Nightly Guard. Get energy back in the deck. He sneak attacks it, and then it's just, oh no, it's at the bottom of the deck. So I didn't draw it at all, and I was desperate for that energy to go back in the deck.
Dang.
So yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, okay. Let's draw. And... Okay, well, I mean, I think I need to do it. I don't like it, but I think I need to. We're going to comp search the 2 Jolteon away. I did shuffle. I shuffled it like 6-7 times. I haven't played a comp
It happens.
search. I haven't played a comp search yet. You know I have 4 of them, so...
Yeah, it happens.
Let me just quickly sort this real quick so I can see what's actually,
Do as you need.
here.
That's why those areas are there now.
Exactly. Because I mean, yeah, we're still running decent on the other bits here. That could be a thing. Okay. So yeah, of course it's oak, as it should be. So we will draw. That's pretty helpful. We're gonna garbage run.
Yep.
So that'll get back the 2 Dark Jolteon and the Lightning into the deck. God, it feels so good being able to do this. Like, that Oak would have been disgusting if I, before. I probably would have evolved the Eevee on the bench, but it's like, that would have been so gross to do before, but now it's like, it feels okay, right?
Yeah.
We will remove the Electabuzz. Because I don't want to get killed next turn. We are going to Bill. Always draw cards first, unless I actually have what I already want. I'm going to attach Lightning to the bench, and yeah, we're going to take the knockout. We're just going to bite.
Don't have a problem with that.
Here's the Speedball Hope.
Yep, speedball.
Okay, so we take. I've got one here. Take the 20. We are living, and here is where the fun begins. Evolve bench to Dark Jolteon. Trigger chain reaction. Chain reaction is going to take Dark Flareon out of the deck. Oh, I will put that back on 20. I'm not going to shuffle yet because I'm actually going back into the deck with Calm Search. We're going to discard Muck and Trader.
There's going to be a plus power coming.
Oh, whatever gave you that idea? Yeah, you are dead on. Right, so not quite done with the rest of my turn with it yet because I do actually have the bill as well. I'm going to draw my 2 first. I'm gonna bench an Eevee and attach a Lightning to it because these were all previous turn. And yeah, we're gonna Rage Knockout.
And
God, I want more of this Eevee. It's so good. Oh, nice draw. Yep. That was for turn, wasn't it? Because you'd have played that last turn, right? Yep. Removal.
energy removal.
On.
We're gonna hit the Flareon.
Yeah, that's sensible. Whoops. Oh my God! Can you not? I'm trying to do the energy counter because yeah.
I don't want the list is key. Finder.
Yeah, discard last. Not playing the bill first. Okay.
There's
Going
a
for
different
another
there's a
oak.
thing. Yep.
Yeah, because I was saying if you're discarding bill, then you've got to be gunning for the oak here, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll take that.
Oh, okay. That means you've got one in hand then.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take the oak.
Yeah. Pretty obvious choice, but I mean, I'm well established enough on board at the moment that I'm not really too worried about that.
I'll gust in the Eevee.
Yep. That's fair. There it is.
Yeah, that's...
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we're gonna Thundershock the Eevee.
Yep.
That wasn't... My grips, I think the left click on this is starting to go.
Oh my God! Wow, that was a hell of a roll. All right. Back to hand. These go. Right, I did shuffle, but I'm gonna just do it again anyway, just to indicate. I'll show it now. Because I tell you, that is a fucking good draw, computer search.
Yep.
So yeah, Lightning Gust.
Do be how it do.
That do be how it do.
Even if I lose this, I'm happy with how this deck went so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good by the looks of it.
Just a lot of pressure.
Yep. Yeah, so obviously we're gonna Oak. I think I'm still okay with that. I'm in a reasonable spot myself here, so okay, let's draw our two first. Let's not be bad. I know it's like it's thinning the deck out a ton here, but honestly, it's worth it because I do have another Dark Jolteon to put down. I thought that was gonna happen. Do you want to move it out of the way? Yeah. Sometimes it lets you go through it, so I was hoping that would be the case, but obviously not here. Okay, I'm probably not gonna get a lot out of this one, but we're gonna sneak attack.
No, you're getting a decent. Maybe not everything you like, but you're getting a decent.
Yeah. And then the last one, oh, double removal. Yikes. And what's the last one?
Oh, sorry.
Is another psychic. Yeah, I think taking one of the energy removal is probably correct here. No, don't you dare do that.
No, I didn't mean to.
I know you didn't. Yeah, no, I think taking that is fine. Alright, so yeah, and that's shuffled up as well. There's the fun thing, if you've still got your hand highlighted, you could shuffle your hand and your deck at the same time.
I just noticed that.
It's pretty cool. I'm going to bench a Cypher as well, having Zero Retreat is quite nice, and we are going to Lightning Flash for 20.
Does that have any additional effects?
It's Smokescreen. So if you try to attack next turn without switching first, you will have to coin toss.
Oh, we're gonna energy remove that.
Yep, on the active, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Tauros, uh-huh.
Actually, the Tauros.
Yep.
So I have to flip to attack?
You have to flip to attack, yeah. Okay, Thundershock it is.
Do we want to do that again? That's barely moved.
Yeah, let's redo it, because as you say, it didn't really move at all.
So,
I've had to redo a few of them because of that. Oh god. Okay, right, let's attach and Lightning Flash. This be what Jolteon do.
Alright, I'm gonna computer search.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as this lag spike is done.
Yep. Yep, trade a Psychic. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm gonna do that with my discard real quick.
This might be a controversial move, but I think I'm gonna make it.
Okay. I'm keen to see the results. Rainbow! Okay, yep. On Taurus. Yeah, I can see it.
That has 50 health.
Correct.
You have already smokescreen.
I have. Yep. Play the switch. Oh, you do have 2 energy on that. Yep.
Gonna stomp.
Yep. Okay, that takes the knockout. Alright, Cypher. Okay, yeah, this is where it gets a bit tricky.
Mad Kai has potential.
It sure has. I'm gonna Item Finder. I'm gonna discard second Cypher and sneak attack, I think, is fine. Um, 120, 30. Take plus power. Is that right? This does 10 plus 20. No, it's not. I'm 10 short still. Yeah, let's be the responsible player and let's remove the psychic off of it.
Okay.
Because I know that deck didn't have DCE. So let's just go in with the Jolteon. I will attach one to... I want to say Cypher? What's in my discard this again? Yeah, Cypher seems correct here.
If that leaves the active, does that still in effect?
Yeah, if you Gustus, it's still in effect because it's
Just
specifically
making sure.
yours. Yeah. No, it doesn't have the benching either. So yeah, Lightning Flash for 20.
Alright, done.
Wish I could do more, but I think that's the best I've got here. Yep.
I'll take the lightning energy.
Okay, on the Jolteon?
Yep.
Yeah. It's fine. Nope.
Need.
Go for the stomp. No dice. Nope. Alright, we will draw. I think this is correct, but let me just double check. 2 cards left in hand. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this seems correct. So I'm going to play Switch into Flareon. We're going to attach to the Flareon and Rage for 30.
Alright.
Not sure. It's 50 HP as well. Not sure I'm super stoked about it, but yeah, and this is kind of why. Yep. I kind of feel like I maybe screwed myself putting the lightning on the side here, but there's a good reason for it, but I think I messed it up.
Oh, this is spicy, but do I have to...
Yeah, go
No,
for the
I don't
punch.
think that wins me. Just hold on to that for...
What are you going for?
Punch it.
Yeah. Okay. Right, take your prize.
Okay, that helps.
Ah, this is the problem. Go ahead.
Alright.
If I'd have attached to the Jolteon, this would have been fine. I messed up. I was looking at it going, I've still got DCE, right? So I could go with the Cypher, but that was a misplay. I guess it's kind of tough when you're looking at how many removals and stuff that could still be.
Catch
Yeah,
that.
this is gonna get out of
Item
hand.
finder.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to...
Yeah, it's alright. I'm sick. There we go. Sorry.
Worth doing that, so let's fit something else right.
Gust. Okay. Yeah.
It's always good to have that around. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I'll gust in the Electabuzz.
Okay.
Pay the retreat.
Oh yeah, that is the other way this can go too. Fuck. Yeah.
Energy absorb.
Yep. Fuck. Alright, let's... Do I even want to do that? Hang on, what have I still got in discard? I probably should have dinged that face down, but... Shit, no, I don't even think I want to do that, to be honest. We're gonna bench a Taurus and end a turn.
Alright.
Yeah, I fucked myself out of this one. Yeah.
Garbage.
I mean, I don't know if it would have been fine anyway. You could have still just removed the energy, maybe, but with the item finder. No, I think I messed this one up. I mean, hey, this is the fun thing with it, is these formats are, like, skill-based still, when you're not having to deal with Vileplume. I think this is going to be too far out of my reach at this point, because I fucked it up. Yep, Psychic Lightning, Taurus.
And Cyber for 40.
Yep. Yeah, there's not a 41 around. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. It's not over, but, like, this is really bad. Okay,
Cyber for 40.
Yep, take the knockout. Just get the dice off. Cypher in. Is that gonna have to be the way? It might be. There's a lot of stuff gone at this point. This may be the only way around it. We're going to attach Retreat Lightning Flash.
Is how it has to be sometimes.
Sometimes it is. If I'd have just knocked out the...
Let's go for it.
Yeah. If I'd have just knocked out the thingy first. Up. Ooh, nothing. Okay. Alright, I will draw in the set once I have Tim's, right? Oh boy, okay. I still don't think there is a better option with this stuff here. I'm gonna bench Eevee, and I'm gonna Lightning Flash. Yeah, really was just like not taking that knockout is pretty huge here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Nope.
Nope.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Lightning Flash.
Energy removal of lightning.
Fuck. Ah, that's not lightning.
And no, I'm not Jolteon removing.
Oh, man. Yep, 40 it
There's
is.
40?
Yep. Okay, what's the play? That's the last removal, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the fourth one, so... Yeah, 4 removal down, 2 item finder, I think that's all you had. So, energy should be safe at least, for what it's worth.
Yep. Problem is, can you attach enough to kill me in cards you have left?
I mean, that is a concern. But I do think it is possible. And the reason is this guy.
Go for it.
Oh wait, you still have Gust, don't you? Oh fuck. I should probably not bench him. Oh, yeah, because that is last card in hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should not bench him. Let's not be a terrible player. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm fucking stupid. Okay, let's just put... No, I don't even want to do that. I want to put double colorless on the Tauros, I think, and end turn.
Alright, it's fine.
This is why I should probably play these things at face down. But yeah, no, I think the
Let's
Machop
get some
might
knowledge.
actually still work. That's going back in deck. I have that otherwise.
It's fine. Knowledge is knowledge.
Yep. I mean, hey, this puts a card back in my deck, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill it.
Yeah.
Prize might be useful.
Yeah, it could be.
Not.
Okay, let's draw. I'm going to sub you in. Do I have enough is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The answer is yes, it's just do I have access to them. I'm going to attach a lightning to the Eevee, and I'm going to stomp for the knockout here.
Yeah.
No point flipping when there's no need to.
I could get some energy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm fine leaving that in.
Uh-huh. That's not unreasonable.
I'm fine waiting on this.
You alright? Yeah, my turn?
Yep. Can't really do anything else at the minute.
Attach lightning to the Eevee. Yeah, let's evolve to Jolteon and go for the stomp. Oh, that's quite big. Yeah. Ugh, just a 20. That sucks. Really sucks.
Attach that. Put that down. Turn.
Okay. Gotta put the pressure on. No, because again you've got yeah, because you got Gust. That's a real annoyance right now. It's like, can I afford to not just stay in with this? No, I think I'm gonna stomp here.
Alright.
Please. That's big, right? 30 damage on that one.
Fine.
Yeah, low size, but I think I have enough here.
Go ahead.
My turn, okay. I will Pokemon Trader. We will sub out Electabuzz. And not take anything out.
Big.
And yeah, stomp for knockout. One left. God, I thought I fucked this up so badly, but it's looking possible. Oh, did you draw 2 by mistake?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Jolteon, please.
Yep. Makes my job easier.
Stomp.
For 30. I'll use this one because I can just flip it straight. Okay, I think that should be it. I mean, it doesn't matter what I put down with it here, but let's just play with what's on board because I have Item Finder. Discard 2. grab ourselves out the Gust on the Electabuzz, retreat to the Cypher, we'll pay our own cost, and take the last prize with the Slash. Holy crap! Okay. I thought I fucked that up so badly. I should have.
That was a good game at least.
I shouldn't have attached the Lightning to the Cypher. I should have put it on the Dark Jolteon.
Actually, let's see what's left.
Wow, those were two ridiculously good games. I did not think we were going to get good games out of this round, I will tell you that much. My last one was removal, so I was holding on to the item finder thinking this is it, I can win with that. My last card in hand is full heal, so I did still have an energy as well. And I was like,
and
okay.
a way out if I tried to paralyze.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I can get out of paralysis, I can item finder for like switch or plus power if I need to. I've set the pin missile up so I can go for the big KO. I think I got this. Like, retreating would have been a terrible idea because I had to have gotten the switch out then. So that's why I was like, no, I need to stick with the Tauros. Sorry I had to take a couple of the bits back because I'm bad, but couple of the bench stuff that I really should know better than to do that sort of thing with it. So
get this spread out.
Holy crap! What a pair of games I've had today. Game 1 was a win by deck out on gusting a Dark Golduck that couldn't retreat, and then this one going all the way down to like my last item finder for the thing here. What a set!
Man,
Unbelievable. Hey Leo.
So I was telling Matt I'm ready to roll.
Okay, cool.
Just a quick match.
I got to try out my Magneton deck at least while I was here.
Yeah.
It was not great. I think I overtuned it to the meta, so against all this off-meta stuff, it's just not really working out right.
Fair dues. So Leo, what did you end up building yourself for this then?
It was supposed to be a Mug Arbok combo, and I forgot to put Mug, so I was playing a lot of Grimer for no reason.
Ah! Oh no! Aw. That's unfortunate. So is that the new Arbok from this set then?
Yeah, the
yeah.
dark one.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if you can power it up, that attack is really good. It's just like free grass energy is expensive, but the attack is solid.
Yeah. Well, I had him for a Vileplume check, but no one ended up using Vileplume.
I actually only pulled one of it, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it. But
I should have just ran Vileplume.
I forget what I pulled, but
I was
that's
pretty
my
well
trapped in
tapped.
yellow.
Yeah, I was pretty well tapped for Vileplume, to be fair. I did have the Muck in here as well, but like Jolteon is a pretty good matchup against a lot of what the Vileplume does, because like a lot of it you're going to be playing either Psychic, which the Eevee and like Tauros does good, and if you're doing that, Dark Golduck is your main like big hitter, which Jolteon does amazing against. And I've even got the Flareon in here, which works against the Oddish and stuff potentially. So yeah, I was pretty well spec'd to beat like what I expected to come in, which was the water-based like stuff with it here. And this was a lot of fun actually. This deck is really cool. I know it kind of does maybe rely a little bit on Jolteon coin flips at times, but Lightning Flash is just decent damage to energy commitment. So, you know, lets me put stuff elsewhere.
One energy.
It's really strong for a 1 energy attack. So,
I think it's just the
Dark
HP.
Arbok.
It would be overtuned if it didn't have 50 health.
yes.
Oh, absolutely. Even with the gym later, 70 is ridiculous and stuff like that.
So, yeah, no, I outside of Vileplume, my draw was insane. I have 4 Rainbow Energy and 4 Sneak Attack. I was like, good god. I was looking at the decks I had pre-built for this, like without any of the rares and stuff from Rocket, thinking, how do I jam these Rainbow Energies in? Because it's so good, right? But surely you've got to go for it. But in the end, I was like, no, this deck is consistent enough as it is. It does what it needs to do, and there's no problem in just committing to what I already have established here, right? I did throw the sneak attacks in because I didn't have any of those in here before. I think I took out like energy removal. There was I think there was a Pokemon I took out of here. How many energy are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still have the same. No, I took out a full heal energy because I did have 3 of those in here. So yeah, the same 10 lightning, now 2 full heal, 2 double colorless. And I forget, it might have been Calm Search that I took out for the other one, but I was like, okay, this gives me decent disruption. I've still got my switch out. I've still got the Light Gust and everything here as well, and yeah, I can disrupt the board well enough. And Jolteon is just efficient and annoying enough to run through the stuff. Flareon is actually really cool. It might only get one good attack, but my god, that attack is going to be devastating, and. It's just powerful in general, right? You've got the Muck, which denies your Vileplume stuff from killing me entirely, but even then, I have, like, Electabuzz is just really effective at attacking. Jolteon is just really good at attacking with that. If the Vileplume is in play, the Eevee can get to evolve because Muck won't be in play. So, I think this was just the right call to make for the day, and even though I did pull the rainbows, it's like, I don't think that's going to be the difference maker here.
So there is actually a ruling on what we did during that game.
Okay.
So, from DNA.
Use Pokemon Trader to search your Pokemon, but there are none left. You put the card in anyway? I didn't read enough of that. To pretend I didn't play the card since, or do discard. Would the answer be text is cut off? I will
You can't do that.
I can't do that, okay.
No. It's in the Discord too.
Okay, fair enough. So, I didn't actually
Illegal
realize
ruling,
that.
I actually won, Kappa.
I had it in hand
Kidding.
anyway. That's okay. It's like, yeah, fair
That's
enough.
interesting.
Because again, this is a difference from how Pokemon communication works, which is like the obvious parallel to this thing. This is the same as what you said with Blastoise, Matt, right? Like it was like, oh, Blastoise onto any Pokemon. That's not how it works. This is my Blastoise, if you will, because this card is basically Pokemon communication. But yeah, you actually do have to take it. I did not realize that. Okay, my bad on that. It wouldn't have changed anything because I basically had game in hand anyway, and one less card in deck wouldn't have mattered because it was DC or energy removal, right? So, with the way that game was, thankfully it didn't matter, but that is something that will need to be remembered for later, because that is something which we have tried to do in the past as well, actually, is like fail the search for one more card in deck.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Now that we know.
Yeah, so, okay, that is something that I have actually not seen anyone else get right in these things. I have watched some old school games before, and people have done that as well, so, yeah, okay.
Not the most obvious, either.
No, not really. Yeah, speaking of Trader, that was actually my other cut. I had 3 Traders in here initially, but Rocket Sneak Attack kind of took precedence over that. I was like, I don't really need to trade that often for stuff in here. When you look at what it is, it's like most of these pretty self-sufficient. Yeah, I need my Eevee evolutions, but then I have the Chain Reaction Eevee as well, so that can kind of search out one of the other ones. I don't generally need to worry that much with the draw power that's in here to fish for them when I need to. The only thing I would have liked to have fit in here, which I didn't have, was the second Garbage Run. Just put more Lightning Energy back in the deck, because it kind of pressures the item finders a bit. I did play a lot of free counts of stuff this round, because it was just the way that deck building worked. It's like, I want to have a bunch of stuff in here, but I can't fit everything in and still not, like, crumple to Vileplume. So, I was just like, alright, let's just play the free counts where I can. Item Finder was the obvious first one to go down to 3 of, because as good as it is, it doesn't set you up at the start of the game. And against Vileplume and a lot of these other aggressive decks, you have to set up quickly in order to go through. So it's like, I would have rather played the extra comp search, which I think I had to cut in the end anyway, but I'd have rather played the extra comp search than the item finder. So, yeah, it might look a bit scuffed, but I mean, sometimes you just can't fit everything into a 60 card deck and keep it consistent. I am very, very happy with this outcome though. This was a really cool deck to play.
I'm happy with mine too.
Yeah. So Matt, was this was your one that is just above where I'm at here, right? With the Wigglytuff, the Dark Golduck, etc.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's yours. So I did kind of have at least a bit of a read on the plus power stuff. Yeah, you only had 2 regular, 2 super removal. I can see it. Especially when you got
Mhm.
energy absorption, that's pretty good. Oak's Revenge is one that I would have liked to have played, but I didn't think I quite disrupted enough here. Might see that in the future round, actually, now that I've gotten to see a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah, I liked that. Kind of the plan was to the way I went off meta with this was playing full Psyduck line.
Yep.
So my thought was I could set up with under Psyduck, and then when I was done, basically use the Rocket or the Oak Revenge and dump their hand so that they didn't just get to play all their cards.
Yep.
But it never really worked out that way. Because either I didn't start Psyduck, or couldn't find the Oak in time.
Or you were staring down on the Electabuzz for me.
Yeah.
And that's a bit too much pressure for poor old Psyduck to...
That's also why I had
Even when the
Baltoids.
Psyduck does get going, I end up winning by deck out anyway with my Magnet Brew.
Oh, hey, that
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
I've lost all my games by deck out so far
Aye.
with this, so
Yikes.
So much overdraw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not ideal.
I was
My
pretty...
draft was
Oh, go on.
Interesting.
Okay.
3 Rainbow, 4 Rocket Sneak Attack, 1 Vileplume.
So very similar to me, actually. I just have one more rainbow.
Can I borrow a cup of
4 Dark
Vileplume?
Jolt, 5 Dark Dug Trio.
I don't think I got too many of those. Okay, so yeah, you wanna go over your deck for everyone then, Pepper?
Well, top deck is my one actual deck,
Yeah.
what I actually used.
Yep.
My thinking was, I have enough rainbows to run big basics, I have a lot of destruction with my sneak attacks and decent energy removal line.
Yep.
I go faster than them, I get Aero down, it stops Muck, it stops from growing, it stops all the random evolutions, and it stops Vileplume. The idea was that I think everyone was going to work a lot of evolutions in the format, I was thinking. Between this, Clefairy, Clefable, Wigglytuff. There's a whole lot of stuff which Aero stops.
Yep.
So if I can just outrun them and get it down, we're good.
Yep. That seems good.
In
Yeah.
practice, my first matchup was Muck Big Basics.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
To be fair, that Aerodactyl is terrifying in my deck just because of lightning.
It's pretty scary, yeah, because it one-shots the
That is the other
Tauros.
advantage of Aero, it does actually cover fighting for me.
Yep, it one-shots the Tauros. It does a lot to the Electabuzz, like plus power one-shots that. And obviously it takes out the Voltorb too, so... Yeah, Arrow is pretty well positioned that way. It's just very hard to get out. And like, it's super vulnerable to Headache as well is the problem. If you get Headache early and, you can't put the fossils down.
Turn 1 Headache is kind of a thing I conceded because I didn't think of a good way of dealing with it.
Yeah, it's understandable. Whereas, yeah, I ended up going for the I mean, Lightning is pretty respectable to go for anyway, but I liked the fact of the Jolteon was just, like, very disruptive in its own right. It was a bit vulnerable, like, it was dicing with death with Mewtwo quite a bit, but, hey, sometimes that's what you gotta do, and, if I could have fit Defender in this deck, I probably would have played it, but no space for that. And then...
Jolteon I might come back to when that Dark Stadium comes out, because
Yeah?
20 more HP on that thing, and the Flareon for that matter, because it has Rage,
Yup!
really helps the deck.
And this deck was good already. That's the thing with it. It was already very good. I mean, yeah, I was playing this Jolteon as well for the big finisher. If we had the Neo sets, I'd play the light Jolteon instead. It flips 1 fewer coin, but if you flip 2 or more heads, you get paralysis as well. So, also, its attack is like Mr. Mime in an ability. Like the first one, if your opponent does 30 or more damage to the Jolteon next turn, it just blocks it all. So, Zero Retreat as well, actually. The light Jolteon's really cool. Yeah, so... Go on.
Grimer's ability, you can't just switch Scyther out for free.
Good call.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, this mug. Yeah, this one's really cool too. I like this.
Oh, yeah, I can, Leo. Sorry, I had as well.
Right.
So you're still in.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sai, you want to go over your one here?
Well, this is technically meant to be very anti-Vileplume, but it also just works really well against a lot of these decks that just run big Pokepowers.
Yep.
Unless you're outright either resisting electric or psychic. Really, nothing really does both. And it just does a lot of damage really quickly because it's very cheap attacking. Almost everything here can be powered up within 1 or 2 turns.
Yep.
It's just fast damage and a lot of pressure.
Same sort of idea I had in the end, basically. I just didn't want to go with a Psychic route because I didn't want to get into Mewtwo, like Mew Wars this round, because people are still going to be pretty heavily going against that, considering A, that's like the best Vileplume build off it because headache, and B, it's just, yeah, it's just a lot of pressure to go in with there, when I'm already trying to fit like the Lightning and stuff with it here. I wanted to play something that was just a little bit different, but also could still pressure as well. Like, the Mewtwo is scary, but the Mewtwo is not as bad when it can't attack 50% of the time. So, you know. Plus, I do have a couple of like psychic resistance stuff in here as well. As we found out with the Eevee as well, there's it's not just me that's like quote unquote taking bat moves. I let Matt take bat one too because he gusted up my Eevee to Cyburn it for a KO, and then I just went, I'm taking 10 damage from this, and it was like, oh god, you are, aren't you? It's like,
even
yep.
free retreat as well.
It's so good.
Back.
I will admit, I kind of want more of this thing. I would probably
be willing.
I would probably be willing to trade something at least for it. And I know I might have something that you would want, Pepper, because, I mean, I could go and get my other one, but I think I'm just going to bring the draft out this way.
Yes, I have to ask who pulled that Raichu, because I got 0 of that thing, and now I...
Right.
Yeah, about that. My final pack had that Raichu, so,
I just need to source a second from somewhere if I want to use it before Legendary.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Well, I was going to say I should be fine with my 6 sneak attacks to get trade fodder, but you pulled 4 as well, Cal.
yeah, not from me, you won't.
Yeah, no, I might be able to help you with that.
Ta-da!
Or you might be able to help me with that.
Check it out! He's up here! The last
is there
pack
going to be enough for him
Raichu.
to do this?
Probably not.
And yeah, it's not actually 1 per
Barely.
box. The lowest
yeah,
odds I could find on him was 1 in 54.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's such a pain.
Yep. Oh, you got all the Golbat. I got like no Golbat. I just
I
realized
got
that.
1.
I got absolutely nothing for Golbat here.
Those are also
Everyone
for
put my
trade.
goal back down, so...
Yikes. Yeah, so I got quite a lot of the... I don't think I got 5 of any rare, but I got a lot of, like, Ghibli stuff. Well, the Alakazam was kind of lame. Got a lot of Blastoise, but I could really use that, because I've not got the regular one. I got just enough full heal energy, I was fine with that.
Oh, that's
potion.
barely. That barely.
Whew!
Nice.
I'm just zooming in on this here real quick so people can see like just how much of that card is not on the table.
Living on the edge.
That's why I set the 12, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Where's the decks?
you think the thing is, if you set to 15, you would have had less rows, so you'd have
might
been
have
fine.
to-
I will set it to 15 now, you think. Now I'm thinking about it, 'cause it also works for the 60 card decks.
Yes, that's why I've done it in the first place, because 15 is nice for that. I see you also only have the one Dark Dragonite here. That's interesting.
Yeah, I only got 1 too.
So, I pretty much got what you would have expected for the most part. My weird ones, I only got 1 Dark Rapidash. Not that I was like super planning on playing it here, but it is a decent enough card, right? It does fulfill that mantra of like attack for few energy cost stuff. The Ben Snipe would have been relevant in a couple of those games. There was a common I think I only got 1 of. I'm trying to remember which one it was. There's only 2 Dark Electrode, which I mean, hey, that could have actually come up in the Voltorb Electrode sort of instant hit build, right? Could have been important. I'm looking. I don't actually see any of it. So I got all the Drowsy and stuff I've won. Decent number of Dark Hypnos. That could have been an interesting option. Didn't have a deck built for it. Yeah, my only miss in here, really, apart from the Golbats, which is unfortunate, but, you know, whatever. My only miss was that I only got 1 Vileplume. Otherwise, this was, like, amazing. 4 Rainbow is so good for deck building in the upcoming sets. And, like, you can't ask for the better than the sneak attack in this one. Oh, the Boss's Way I only have 2 of. I guess that's something. But,
I'll
even
check
then.
my trash pile, see how many of them
I
I got.
might have a spare.
But even then, like, I didn't even play it, right? I'm using a Dark Evolution, but like 2 different ones here. 3 cards total in the deck, but I didn't even play the Boss's Way. So I don't think it's that important overall, but
Did we see any Rocket Zapdos, or is that not in the set?
that's
not
in
this set.
that's Gym Challenge, so 2 weeks away.
Okay.
I may have forgotten to save my trash bag.
Oh dear. Yeah, it also looks like I didn't get any Dark Dog Trio, if I'm seeing... Yeah, I'm seeing this right. I didn't get any Dog Trio, which is a bit of a shame. I think that was actually kind of a cool deck with the Fortress later on, but, like, again, it's not that important, really. I have, like, 4 regular Dog Trio. I'm probably going to be playing that if I want to.
Hang on, let me search my autosave for my trash bag.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, it kind of looks like half the reason we didn't see Vileplume is, apart from Sai did have a deck built for it, but half the reason we didn't see it is because none of us lot actually pulled enough of it. I don't know about you, Leo, and Matt, but...
we both had it.
I pulled 3 Vileplume.
So you would have had enough, okay, and you've got Breeder too, which is scary.
Ideally, I want one more is the problem.
Yeah. And then,
Just for consistency.
how many did you get then, Matt?
3.
Okay, so you both would have been able to play it at least.
Yeah, I built it, but decided it wouldn't be as fun as just playing Wigglytuff.
It's such a miserable deck.
No, I probably wouldn't trade it.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Man,
I'll load
you
up the Vileplume
miserable
deck.
deck. No, what do you mean by fun?
Sorry, there were like 3 people talking at once there. Do you want to go back over that, Leo?
I was saying Matt's built a lot more toxic decks than that, no pun intended.
Probably. I probably have as well, but it's just so not fun to play with. Because, I don't know, it's because of the way the format is structured here. It's that the lock is like really oppressive, but it's also, it's hard to get it done fast enough whilst also not destroying yourself in the process, if that makes sense. Because it's like you've got to make sure you get a decent attacker going as well, and that Vileplume lock has got to come down like turn 3 at the latest if it's going to be relevant, right? Which means that you don't really have a lot of time to like draw your proper attackers as well. And ideally, the attacker is going to be Snorlax, because Snorlax is immune to the status conditions that the Gloom is throwing out to further halt the opponent's play. And yeah, Snorlax is a chunky boy. Like, even under energy removal stuff, these decks that we've built that apply this like quick pressure to it don't really give it the time to set up as much. So the Vileplume deck is very prone to losing to itself as well, from what I've tested in the past, and it's just like, it's better. It would have been better for me here because I have like 6 Snorlax, so I could have built the deck properly this time round. Whereas in the draft that we did online, with the online pack opener, me and Sai, I only had 1 Snorlax. So even though I had all the Vileplume and all the Breeder and all the setup stuff for it, it just, like, I could get it out, and then I would lose because I didn't have anything else going for it, you know? So, yeah, it would have been a better deck this time round with the cards I pulled here, but it's still just no fun to play. Like, I don't know.
There's the Vileplume deck out as well.
Yeah.
Was you want to cut the example for it?
So this one is very close to what Jason's blog deck is. It's just there's only 2 Vileplume instead of 3, and it's playing Trader as a result, to help get it out a bit more consistent. Not as many computer search either, because you don't have 4 of them. But yeah, it's like I could build, I mean, with the consistency tools I've got, I could probably build just about any, like, one that I would want here. But I don't like the Vileplume in this sort of meta. I don't necessarily hate the concept, it's just in this stage of the game it's really terrible. Right, like, I used to play the Vileplume Giratina deck in the Giratina EX, like, back when Forest of Giant Plants was a thing. It's not necessarily a bad deck, it's not like a bad concept, it's just like right now, it isn't a healthy one, you know? This format's already got enough stupid crap without that coming in.
I think I don't know. Like I lost my game, so maybe that wasn't the right play as far as deck goes, or I just played it poorly, which is the more likely. But I don't know that Vileplume would have done all that well. I think everyone was carrying Muck, right?
Yeah, we were very, very well prepared for it because it is the boogeyman of the format, you know.
I don't have Muck, but
yeah.
I have Aero, and I got my Aero down pretty quick in our game, so you probably wouldn't have seen Vileplume.
Mm.
That's really the thing.
Better against Plume than against what you had. You basically counter-decked me as well with that.
Yes.
You're basically big basics, X and Muck. Like I don't care about Muck, big basics. Just not against Aero generally.
Yeah, you hit Snorlax for double. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
No.
you do have to get worried about being headached and then maybe never even seeing an air deck.
Yeah.
I don't think any deck handles that well.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of the thing. Like even the stuff that I built here, like I can handle it because you know Electabuzz is really good, right? And if I can get the Jolteon out, then Jolteon does really well against the headache stuff. But even this, like if it's got a poor start or a start that's got even like 3-4 trainers in it, you're probably screwed against an early headache into the Vileplume lock, right? So. Yeah, the deck is still decent, but we did our best to make sure that it didn't overrun the format here, which honestly is a testament to how scary the deck actually is, right? But it gets worse because for some, yeah, Gym Heroes decided that I know it's on a holo, so we might not get many of them. But Gym Heroes decided it would be a fantastic idea to include a trainer card that if you flip heads, randomly shuffles 3 of your opponent's cards from their hand back into the deck. In a format that already has Rocket Sneak Attack, that already has Imposter Oak's Revenge, that just...
I hope no one pulls that piece of shit.
Why?
Also has Erica.
Yeah, which, I mean, can
Erica's
also
just
be...
there to enable Imposter Oak.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, this is truly one of the dark ages of the games, like for competitive format stuff, right? Maybe not as much for us, although we definitely still can play like some of these, right? As we have established, 2 of the 5 of us could have played Vileplume very easily, and we have a lot of sneak attacks in a couple of these decks too. So it's not as if we're completely free from it, but I feel like not only the fact that we're like deliberately gearing against it, but also we're not playing it here as much, or we can't play it in quite the same capacity, probably means that we might stave off some of the worst effects of this stuff here. There are still a few things which are very awkward to consider. Erica's Dratini is another one that's going to be a painful one if Muck isn't in play.
There's also the upgraded Jigglypuff that
That's
some people might be interested in.
Thankfully, that's Gym Challenge, so we do still have...
Erica's Jigglypuff, so it can't go into Wiggly.
Yes. Yeah, different name Pokemon, the same idea as the Dark Stage 1, Stage 2 thing. Erica's Jigglypuff cannot evolve into a regular Wigglytuff.
Thankfully.
Yep. But, yeah, and then, I guess, Gym Challenge introduces Chaos Gym, so we don't even need Vileplume to train a lock at that point. Because not too many people in their right mind are going to play a non-stadium trainer card down when, if you flip tails on it, the opponent gets to play it instead of you. You know. Oh yeah, let me energy remove that double colorless off the Tauros. Oh whoops, you're now going to get to energy remove my attacker, so I can't play anything this turn. GG.
And the worst part is the best answer I can think to that is Erica.
Yeah.
The Erica nonsense, and you beat the Chaos Gym nonsense.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty funny, but no, it's just play a counter stadium. Really, is the thing.
Find the stadium first.
Narrow Gym. It's not a rare.
Deck.
I know, but yeah, But I mean, hey, the next set though is actually a format that Sai and I have not played, because this was the point where I looked at the set on the Pokemon.io, like the pack opener online, and found that it treated energy cards as commons. And I mean that in the sense that it was possible to just randomly pull them out of the packs in multiples.
Yeah,
So
Gym only has one energy per pack, I've noticed.
yes, Gym is strictly one basic per pack. It is always one basic per pack. But treating them as an actual common card meant that we had randomly we were going to draw between 0 and 3 per pack, is what I found. It's like the most I ever got. So, yeah, that was stupid and was never actually how it's supposed to be. So we were already looking at switching to Tabletop Sim anyway. At that point, we had found your mod and stuff at that stage, and we were already looking at switching to this just as soon as Sai could buy the game. And that ended up just being the final straw for it, right? Like, that's not the only thing they mess up. There's a ton of stuff later on. They don't handle reverse hollows with any grace whatsoever. You know that guaranteed rare slot that I was saying would be pretty reasonable for having in these things? Like, I wish Pokemon did that, as like Yu-Gi-Oh does. Instead of the reverse hollow, like, some of the later packs, especially Gen 5, actually just said, fuck it, we're putting a random rare hollow in the set. Like, rare or hollow in the pack instead of it, like, every time. So, would have been cool for drafting in the sense of, oh, we're getting like 2 rares per pack or whatever, you know. But it's not remotely how it's supposed to be, you know?
Yeah.
I found our shenanigan card.
Oh, hang on. Where are we? Yep. Heracus Dratini. If you thought Mr. Mime was bad, this makes Potion a viable card. Whenever an attack by a basic Pokemon, including your own, does 20 or more damage to Heracus Dratini, reduce that damage to 10. If you have a look, like, my deck would actually be okay against it, because it does strictly say basic Pokemon. That is the only good thing about it here. But
basically, run evolutions.
yeah, but like,
Oh.
you look at Sai's deck, and if you don't have Mockout, you just lose to that card, right?
Miserable.
You can't beat that card with that deck.
Well, Grimer can.
Yeah, I mean, Grimer can paralyze it, but like, this also has quick attack basically on it, on it as well. So it'll likely outdamage you. And again, it makes Potion a viable card. Because
my deck would be using Aero Beatdown on that thing, because it counts as stage 1.
Yep, but if you can't establish the Aero, like if they keep gusting the fossils or something, I don't really see how you beat it either.
Yeah.
This would also be annoying, like a Vileplume deck.
Yep, that's another one for Vileplume to annoy with too. I think otherwise, like, Matt, you're probably pretty good, okay with it if you just establish Wigglytuff or like one-shot it with a Golduck. Only one copy of the Golduck, and Muck, yeah. So like, you're okay against it, but it's just another one of those that.
Golduck doesn't one-shot it. Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah,
I forget it's not actually a sidekick. I do that sometimes.
Golduck is not a psychic Pokemon. Yeah, it keeps using psychic energy, but it is not a psychic Pokemon. Yeah, so like, that's going to be another one which potentially comes up, and it's searchable too, because we've got Erica's Maids is a way that you can just get it out as well. So yeah, it's an easily searchable card in the set too. But there are some really... Oh, go on.
Well, no, you finish. This is... It broaches a new subject.
Right, I was going to say, there are some really cool things that come out in the gym set too. It's not all like terrible stuff. It's just like the Rocket set, actually. Not every card in here is garbage tier, like, you know, really unfun, ruins the game. It's just the ones that are that kind of way are so far in that kind of way, right? Like, the Rocket's trap just should not exist at this point in time. Absolutely not.
Not every card is ridiculously oppressive, but the ones that are just...
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of the mentality with it. And we will probably find some really fun stuff to do in this set. I am actually still looking forward to it. It's just, yeah, what is in here that is oppressive is just so annoying.
Another thing. since we're in this era and we've got most of the people here, we could probably bring up 15-3.
Ah, yeah, that's in 2 sets, isn't it?
Okay, before we do that though, Matt, what were you going to go for?
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of in the same vein, so good subject. I was going to ask, I noticed on, I guess it's Jason Klaczynski's blog, that he doesn't list an era that is gym without the second gym set.
Okay.
I'm curious about what that means. Were they released so quickly one after the other that there was never really a competitive scene with one but not the other?
Yeah, in the blog, if you read it, the difference was like a month or two. Not worth recording.
Interesting.
He tends to group up metas as well in general, just because there's so many after a certain point. Only the first 4 get individual set metas. Once you start into proper rotations, it becomes eras.
Yeah, like his blog also does that for the entirety of the Neo era, and then the e-reader stuff as well. Yeah, I think it's still.
Get one blog as well. All at once.
I think it is still worth experiencing these sets separately though, because I think if we do them at the same time, we're probably going to be skipping on a lot of the strategies that would be really fun to do from this first one, that would maybe just get outclassed by something in the second one. And for 2, yeah, like maybe the Eradicate is a good one to go with that, because Super Fang with Mr. Mime is cool.
And looking at Golbat as well, the Raichu trade. This is the other reason I think we do things one at a time.
Yeah.
There's time to trade.
And then and then the other thing is we just don't get to play as many games, and like that might sound selfish, but I like this era at the moment. You know, despite the stupid like playing around Vileplume stuff, it's a deck building challenge at that point. But I like this era, and I feel like there are a lot of really cool cards that if we only played one round from this, I don't think we would get to see enough, because I could easily see like 7 or 8 different strategies coming out of this, depending on what sort of thing I would pull, right?
Yeah.
And I think just getting to experience more of this era with these cards out before we start getting Clef of ruin everything. Well, again, it's not going to ruin everything. It's probably going to save half of it.
It's annoying, but it's getting rid of all the other annoying things. It's kind of
Okay, maybe I should specify properly. Clever with Focus Band, ruining everything.
Okay, that's annoying. Okay, that's ruining everything.
So, yeah, no, it's like, before we get into the Neo sets where the baby rule kind of dominates a ton of stuff, I think it's worth exploring a little bit with this. Honestly, there have been times where I'm like, I wish we could play more than just like the one round with this, but it would take too long. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah.
I'd love to do 2-3 days worth of stuff here.
15-3, I guess.
But
the base store, that and maybe messing around with base Neo and Neo on separate, or Rocket on separately.
yeah,
That kind of stuff is the only reason I can think of to stall.
and this is kind of why I sometimes do some midweek stuff as well, like mostly with Sai, because he tends to be the one around, but like Sai and Pepper mostly. We've done some midweek stuff with this too, because we just like playing the game with this, you know? Like, these cards are it's just nice, and it isn't even always just you know, test things beforehand with it, but we
often do weird off-meta stuff too.
Yeah, dude, I have a Victory Bell deck that I haven't played with it here that would be it's in the green area, actually, if you want to go fetch it, Pepper. I have a freaking Victory Bell deck that I was tempted to bring today. I ended up deciding on the Jolteon because, I mean, Eevee's one of my favorite Pokemon, so of course I'm going to play it. Any opportunity I get, I'm going to want to throw it out, right? But, yeah, I actually was building Victory Bell, because Victory Bell for 1 grass energy is Gust of Wind. Right? Yeah, it's on an attack, but it's like, it's a single energy, it gusts out the Vileplume, and they have a hard time getting a retreat on it, right? And I don't know...
I'm doing some tidying up here, so
yeah,
I'm just going to touch my own stuff.
Yeah.
So...
I think I did I tech? No, I didn't actually put sneak attacks and stuff in this particular build of it. I was going for it, but Yeah, no, it's like I actually built a Victory Bell deck because it's like, okay, Weeping Bell is like Electabuzz basically, but without the it's a bit more locked into grass specifically, but it does the same sort of damage, the same energy costs just about, and yeah, then it evolves into Victory Bell, which can lure in the Muck or lure in the stuff, the Vileplume and whatnot, and it makes it really hard for them to just retreat out. And so, you know, like instead of the Gust on the gold up for game, I could have lured it instead if I was playing this one, that sort of thing. And then it's like, well, same general idea as what we've been seeing with a lot of these. Weeping Bell is just an efficient attacker, doesn't take too many energy to do a reasonable amount of damage, and it can evolve into something which can lock out games at points, or, you know, get you back in by getting the Vileplume KO'd. It's not like you can play Switch.
These later, which is even scarier form of this deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erica's Victory Bell just invalidates the regular one even more than it's already invalid.
But
even though just both good.
Yeah. But like the idea was pretty solid, and I mean, even if you go up against this deck with energy removals, it's 1 energy, 2 energy attacks, right? So it's like I can still play through it. So it has game against things which aren't Vileplume, and that's surprising because it's a freaking Victory Bell. This is legendarily bad.
Just a 40 HP Weeping Bell as well.
Yeah, exactly. I've mentioned this before. This Bellsprout is awesome. Yeah, no, it's just crazy. It's like, this looks really bad, and then you actually play against it. And I mean, I played the deck that Pepper brought today. I played him with this one earlier. He got Aerodactyl out on like turn 3, and I still won the game despite not being able to evolve past 1 Weeping Bell, just because the attacks were relatively efficient of it, you know? It's like, I could get the Cypher down. The Machop was actually really good too. Pretty sure that threatened quite a bit, and it was just like, there's enough danger within this deck that, yeah, the Victory Bell can like cheese out some stuff with it and be neat. So like I went way off meta with my initial picks on this one. I did have my Electrode decks built, but they were very, very different, like 18, 19 energy sort of thing off it to make sure they could just play even through Trainer Lock, right? So they wouldn't have been quite as explosive. I think I would have lost if I played that today, but, you know.
Yeah, I think everyone being off meta is kind of makes most of these, like, the meta calls fail, basically.
Sure.
Leo was actually pressuring me, even with his deck not in the form he wanted it, just because it was so different to what I was expecting.
Yeah, and that can be it as well. It's like, how many of you would have expected like the Dark Jolteon, Dark Flareon thing to come in initially when you just look at this set and going, yeah, okay, they're not bad, but they're 50 HP, right? How are you going to make that work? When so many of our things just like Wigglytuff just one-shots them. It's like, how are you going to make that work?
I was thinking about electrics being common, but more in the buzz line.
Didn't I win the round with that? Dark Jolteon? Fairly sure I did Dark Jolteon Electrode one time.
Like, I was considering this as a potential
terrifying.
Right, sorry, Pepper, you were...
Sorry, I was actually looking... Oh, it's not
yeah, no, it's you were just getting talked over, that's why I was like, if you want to go over that again.
But yeah, I was actually looking at actually running fighting, because I saw a lot of fighting weak stuff in the meta, but I didn't think I had a good enough fighting mons to use. So I was going to Sandslash.
Yeah, I considered Sandslash for the same sort of reason. It's like, again, it's a relatively efficient attacker. The problem is it's a very random one. And, oh boy, I have flipped some tails with this card before. It is not a good time. Yeah, and then like Dogtrio is just too expensive in the end. Electrode with Dogtrio is quite fun, but then you've got to split the energy cost, and it's just, I don't know.
I wouldn't be on the fighting, like the matchups, because they're weak to Psychic, and you can't disrespect Psychic in this meta, can you?
Nope. And I mean, that's fair, but that is, I mean, I only one in this deck, but a lot of my decks were running 2 Machop as a result of being a tech here, right? This one only ran 1 because I only had 2 DCE, so it was a bit hard to justify like playing multiples of it. But Machop was my like tech for the day, and I think that was like I told you this earlier, but I think this was the like proper MVP tech for the format, because the obvious play, apart from just beating normal types out, the obvious play for this round, as you said, is Lightning, because Lightning beats out Golduck, which is otherwise like the singular best attacker here. It's enabled in the same deck as Mewtwo gets played, and it hits for 50 on the stuff that Mewtwo can hit for 10. So like Golduck is just absurd, and also Headache plus Dizziness if you want to play the other one. Like you can set up like a Kangaskhan with a Psyduck. Like come on, card is insane. So like yeah, it was clearly Psychic was like best decking format, right? So people were gonna play a lot of colorless because it resists the Psychic, and a lot of more, you know, like the Golduck, right? In general, a lot of Lightning was gonna get played to beat that. So I was like, I want a fighting tech. And I only played the 1 copy again because it's DCE enabled. If I was so tempted to swap out the DCs and stuff here for Rainbow and like play the other one, right? But then that relies on getting the Rainbow energy over everything else, and I just didn't think that was quite worth the deck building concession, especially because a lot of my stuff is also low HP anyway. Would have been nice to have been able to Swords Dance, but not at the cost of losing like the DCs and stuff, you know. So ultimately, I think this double colorless hit for 20, and I mentioned this quite a lot in the deck, like, not the deck, the set profile as well, right? With the exception of Psychic, which I think we get in the next set with, was it an Abra that can do it, I think? Or is that...
Drowsy.
The Drowsy, yeah. So we actually get a Psychic thing that can do this too, as a double colorless for 20, and that's really, really good. We have like every single type covered that way now. So if you're playing double colorless, you can tech in stuff like the Squirtle from this set if you need to hit for water weakness. You can tech freaking Paras if you wanted to from for grass, right? I think there's a better one, but you can tech Paras from the jungle set to hit for the grass weakness. You know, Lightning has the Magnemite. There's Fire is Ponyta, and yeah, there's a lot of things that you can hit 20 damage on. Even the fighting now with the Machop. So that was kind of my play. It's like, okay, what are people likely to run? What weakness do they have? What like single tech card can I put in? Like one basic just to go with it. It's the same reason I play Tauros in like the Fossil set, because it's okay, what can I play that is reasonable against what I expect to be good, but doesn't just disrupt everything that I want to do. And yeah, this Machop kind of filled the role really, really well. And the best part about it is if you only play 1 or maybe 2 of it, you don't have to bench it if you don't need it in the matchup. So doesn't really hinder you that much. But like that is absolutely a direction I could see, say, Wigglytuff stuff going in, right? It's like your Wigglytuff's already playing DCs and whatnot anyway, so okay, what do I need to hit for weakness here? Like maybe the fighting stuff. Okay, is that gonna be, well, Psychic? You could probably just run that anyway, but then maybe I want the grass one. Like even there's a Bellsprout in the next set that does 10 to itself too, but it does 20 for a single colorless, one of the Erica Bellsprouts. So it's like, okay, I could play that, and then that covers the grass weakness like really well. A bit quicker than Cypher does. Not that Cypher's bad, but like Cypher needs 2 attachments, it's telegraphed, right? Whereas if you can shadow drop the card, just like place it down, attach, and then swing, that's gonna catch people by surprise. And that's generally what I've been looking at when it comes to stuff here. It's like, yeah, I can just bench Machop, attach DCE, swing for 40 on an Electabuzz, and take a surprise knockout. And yeah, I mean, okay, that's just my own sort of philosophy with deck building stuff coming in here, but it's worked out pretty well. I don't think I actually used that Machop in the end in these ones because I just couldn't get it with a DCE at the time, but it has come up a lot when we've been playing other games with this. I think even I used it against you this afternoon, Pepper, right?
Yeah. The matchup came up then.
So, yeah, and I mean Taurus is pretty common in a lot of stuff with it, so it's possible. Yeah, because it was like I benched it because you're like, okay, half of your deck resists fighting because the other half is weak to it. Right? That was the thing we came up with earlier. Yeah, I used it against Mr. Mime. That was what it was, because I didn't have another attacker that was good against it at the time. So it's like I just used it against Mime, and yeah, 20 damage is a 2-shot against it. So
I noticed that in my game today as well. Toro's gone to it twice in a row.
Yeah.
That was annoying.
Yeah. Taurus is an awkward one that way. I see you took the Ghastly out this deck as well, actually.
Yeah, I realised that hang on, I had a way to get under Mime now. It was mostly there to kill a Mime, but that was an earlier build before the Tauros came in. I thought 2 plus 2 Taurus is enough for a Mime. I'm not expecting anyway.
Which, I think there was one, right? Or was it just you? I think it was just you, huh?
Yeah, because with all the muck around, Mime's a bit of a niche choice.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't even playing Psychic, so, you know. Kinda can't play Mr. Mime if you don't play Psychic types. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's more than enough waffling. We have reached our, 3.5 hour stream time at this point. Seems to be a consistent thing with this, Then again, I spent a long time with this stuff. I hope I didn't make you wait too long with the deck building stuff here, because it was like, I was opening the packs going through, and then I was like, wait, holy crap, what do I do here? I've got so many sneak attacks, so many, rainbow energy here. It's like, what do I even play, you know?
Same feeling I had.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, this was not what I was expecting. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna get my stuff. I'm gonna get maybe 2 rainbow at most, 2 sneak attack, whatever. We'll try and slot it in, and then we'll just go with a deck that I've already built. And then I pull 4 rainbow, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Deer in the headlight moment, you know? It's like, oh no, I need to build with these surely, but it just wasn't the call for this round.
Not all of us are so blessed.
I know, right? That's the thing. No, but honestly though, like I said, I hope I didn't make you wait too long with the stuff there. We had a really good game though. Definitely.
Yeah, I think me and Matt were just watching the Leo side duel and commentating on it.
That's cool.
I still wish I didn't mess up my deck building, but
yeah, I understand that.
Far I could go.
I understand that, man.
I'm off anyway. See ya.
Yep. Alright, take care. And yeah, no, thank you very much for playing as well, guys. Gym Heroes next week.
Well, I'm probably doing mine tonight, so.
Yeah, should be same time, unless people can't work with this one. Should be about the same time next week.
Alright, I'm heading off to work then.
Yeah, alright, best of luck, dude, and yeah, thank you for playing as well.
See you, Leo. GG's all around.
Yeah. Oh, this was a lot more fun. I was dreading this because of stupid, everything with it. It's like, I had Venusaur that I was trying to build up, and then it was like, this deck just hard loses to Vileplume immediately, and doesn't do very well against Muck half the time either. I'm like, great, okay, so I can't play that one, which would have been fun, because promo Venusaur is nice. Because right, can't play that, and then everything else I was playing was just like, this just loses to Vileplume. This is so miserable. I was just thinking this format is going to be horrendous. But I think we got a lot of good stuff out of this one.
You still looking to play bats in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I want to, but
Listen, I'm willing to get you bats.
I will have to think on that one. Because, yeah, I know, you have bats, and that would be fantastic, but I'm going to have to think on that. Because the unfortunate thing is, with the way the sets rotate, it is legal for exactly 2 sets, and one of them is the set that it comes out in, the Crobat that is. So I don't know if I'm even going to be able to play them within, the time frame. That's going to be unfortunate. But
we could absolutely do a midweek for that, or I could just lend you the bats.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the way around it. It is unfortunate. I was hoping to get some of them, because I do like the Golbat idea, especially in Neo, but it's fine. I mean, how can I possibly complain with what I got in here, right?
Definitely not.
I mean, my draft has been fairly blessed so far. Like, I've got all the consistency I could want. I've got now the versatility that I could want with the rainbows.
Next week, for Rocket's Trap, everyone just immediately quits.
You know, the funny thing is, if I pull forward that, I probably wouldn't even play it out of spite. You know? I'd be... no, maybe I would play it in spite, because it's like, these could have been hollows I could have used for something else, damn it. You know?
Just show it off for that 1 week.
Yep.
Make everyone just panic. 4 Vileplume decks show up the next week.
That would be really funny.
Not having this happen again.
Right, anyway, yeah, no, thank you very much for playing, and until next week, take care, everyone.
Alright, have a good one. I'm gonna get set up and do mine.
Yep.